It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously on the Chronicles of Celestria, the adventurers were awoken by Myrtle's sister, Diana, within the Drunken Dwarf Inn. Bleary-eyed and still tasting last night's ash-scented ale, the seven gathered outside, deciding who would cram into which of the wagons. Zell, Judge, and Elirr took one, whilst Ashira, Mirabelle, Diego, and Sylas piled into the other. The road to Ignitia was unforgiving. Heat rose off the scorched stone, wagons jolted over cracks in the earth, and the air tasted of brimstone. For 3 days, they rattled across the volcanic flats, stopping only when necessary to let everyone stretch their legs and get some much-needed rest. Nights were quiet, distant rumbles of magma, the occasional hiss of steam, and wandering elementals, until the evening before Lavacrest. That night, beneath the sky, masked by ash clouds, they all drank, they laughed, and they played Truth or Dare. Mirabelle recited a passage from one of her famous books. Diego spilled fragments of heartbreak to the rest of the group. Ashira hesitated on a choice that weighed heavier than she let on. Judge was dared into mischief. Sylas dodged questions left and right. And Elirr and Zell spoke softly of gods, fate, and the strange things pulling them forward. And as the drink loosened tongues, Kareth offered Judge a wicked gift. The illusion of drunkenness, warmth in his chest, a sway in his steps, the vulnerability he'd never known. Then came the vision, a crossroads, the place where his former self had apparently died. Knowledge was offered and declined. The next day, dawn rose over the camp, sharp and bright. Mirabelle opened her eyes to find Diego in her tent, a fact both chose to emphasize with questionable theatrics as they emerged in the morning afterwards. Soon after, the dwarven caravan rumbled onwards. The final stretch revealed the sheer scale of Lavacrest, a city carved from molten stone, its walls glowing with runes, its furnaces blazing like the hearts of sleeping gods. Myrtle guided them through the gates and into the Firebrand Inn. A tavern of stone walls, warm air, clattering tankards, and the occasional Warforged bouncer standing sentinel. And as Runa and the others rushed off to find Ironsworn allies, Myrtle turned to the seven with a grim smile. This is episode 22 of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. We begin today with each of you arriving, first of all, the day before. In last session you arrived here. And as you sat down, you noticed that around you, the Firebrand Inn thrums with life of dwarves, humans, the occasional Warforged, a Goliath gentleman in the corner. Alongside these stone walls, you can almost feel the sweat of the heat in this room. Red drapes flutter across the tables, and you can see that there are people in conversation with one another, raising tankards every now and then. The air tastes of charred meat, strong ale, and almost like a iron thick dust. It's loud, but somewhat strangely comforting after a few nights on the road. A hearth within the Lavacrest city. As you all sit at the table, Myrtle Mistbrew claps each of you on the back as she hands over these sort of heavy tankards of ale. All right, well, you'll sleep here tonight on my queen. Rest well. Tomorrow, things will stir in Lavacrest. Let me fetch the keys. If you don't mind, let me have a look as she hops up. Oh, feel free to wander as you like throughout Lower Crest. The city has a lot to offer. Just try to keep your noses clean. As she steps over towards the counter, and you can see she's talking to who you believe is probably the innkeeper over here by the bar. What do you guys do?
So, what's our plan now then?
When is it?
Well, I think we got here a little bit after noon. Is that correct? Oh, auspicious overlord of time and all things important to us?
You got here around about mid-afternoon. It's about in hours. It's about 1 or 2 o'clock. However, it's very hard to tell because you're underground, and even if you're above ground, the sun is covered by that ash cloud.
I think it's mid-afternoon. Early afternoon, something like that.
Wow, it is surprising you know the time, with it always being dark and us being underground, covered by this ash cloud.
It's just a talent of mine. I always make sure to be aware of the time.
But perhaps we want to check out the room, drop some stuff up, and then we could go for a walk?
What is the plan exactly today, though? Like, obviously we want to get into the vault, but are we going to maybe ask some questions around town, or what is the idea? Judge? I feel like if anyone would know, being the one that has told us we need to go here because the gods have told you so, maybe you have some insight as to what to do next?
Well, good thing you asked that question. I've been wondering a lot of things lately, and I feel like there's a lot of things we need to be looking into or try to understand. One, we need to go find a lot of smiths. Not smiths. What's the word? I'm sorry, I can't think of the word right now.
Blacksmiths?
Blacksmiths.
Yes.
We need to go talk to a bunch of them and try to get information. Maybe see if we can glean into why Talon is trying to meet with them in the city.
Keep it down.
Yeah, I know. I'm keeping it down. I'm keeping it hush.
Good.
Also, what exactly is the reason of coming to the city? I mean, I feel like there's something we're missing. I think there's a key information that we're missing.
I agree. I also, just on another note, Ashira, more for your benefit as well, maybe we keep our eyes peeled to see if Errands is here? You know, he might have headed this way.
But I believe that, well, I think they would be expecting us, perhaps. Which is why I want to be careful who we talk to and what we say.
Yes, I think that is wise. Zell, you're a bit shady, you know? Do you know the best practice for maybe being less inconspicuous and finding out this information? You as well, Ashira. I think the pair of you would probably be more suited to this, rather than I, who walks into a room and makes a scene.
Well, there's a benefit to someone like yourself as well.
I know.
In this specific scenario,
Oh, right.
you keep the eyes on you, and everyone lets their guard down a little bit more around everyone else. So, for example, if people were discussing things in a tavern and you were making some form of noise with, let's say, maybe not Judge, we want to keep eyes off of him, but maybe you could play. Well, we want to keep some eyes off of you because you know you're the important thing for tomorrow. But if you were making noise in an area, playing music, etc., with someone else, we could potentially get closer to someone and overhear as they try to speak a little bit louder over what you're doing. In terms of asking for things directly, yeah, I'm sure we could handle that. It would be a situational thing where we have to see who's who and what's what. But
Do you think? Go ahead.
We need... Listen, there's a lot of information we need to get, and we're still missing a lot of pieces. One, there was a blade mentioned all the way back in My brain today is not working.
Was it? Where was it? Was it in a
The city,
cultist
the
lair?
big
Oh,
city. Yeah,
Sylvanthal.
the lair. Yeah, Sylvanthal. There was a blade that was mentioned that we know Talon has. We don't know what that blade is.
Okay.
From my understanding, from the information I got, it says this blade dreams, and we still don't know who the Whispered Heir is.
Okay.
Two
And
very big pieces to this puzzle.
You think
Um,
us being in a place like this with a lot of blacksmiths, maybe
Yes.
they know of the blade or have forged
They-
it or have done
they know
something with
the
it?
blade. Yes.
Okay.
Also, we know that there's a Talon base here. Maybe
True.
if we get a chance to find some Talon members, if the opportunity arises, maybe we try to get information on who this Whispered Heir is. I feel like that is a big key to this puzzle.
Do you think
Same
it
here,
would
Mr.
be beneficial if maybe even in this tavern at some point soon I play a little performance and you all see what you can hear, see if there is any rumors going around, or see if you can get pally with a few people with a drink, or...
Myrtle. She's with us, right? Myrtle's sitting near
Myrtle is with you, yeah. She's sitting
Yeah.
between you and Elirr.
Where do you know a prime area of where blacksmiths would be at? Like, where's like a popular area for them to be hanging around?
Well, blacksmiths. The whole city can be surprised if most of the town aren't the blacksmiths. I suppose there's the markets you could go to.
Wait, you're a blacksmith. Have you ever heard of a blade that dreams? I mean, have you heard of any rumors of a blade that as pretty powerful, maybe has something that Talon would want?
A blade that dreams.
A blade that dreams.
Right.
Someone got information on that blade, right? Didn't someone find out information about? They read something about it way back in the lair. Cause someone, right? We mentioned of a blade before.
Well, sorry.
I believe so, not to my knowledge.
Sorry to cut you off, Judge. A blade that dreams doesn't sound familiar to me, but it does sound like maybe could be sentient. I know a little bit about sentient blades. I've seen a couple of them, but no, right? Sorry, I can't be of more help to you. But if you're looking for blacksmiths, the markets of Lava Crest are pretty good for that. There's a couple of general stores and a few wares you could get over there, I suppose. Just keep your heads down. It's not far from here, actually. If you head outside, it's just down the road.
I do have a question, Myrtle. And he kind of leans in a little bit. Or
Aye.
Leans in towards her a little bit. You lived here for a while, right? I don't suppose you know whereabouts the Black Network would congregate in this city.
Aye. They be down in... Well, Caverns Close would where I'd go if I were you. It's right down the end of the road, right in the corner, past the prison on the left-hand side. Impossible to miss it. It's about seeing the right folk in that area, because it can be a bit rough around the edges there, you know.
It's kind of my specialty, but where did you say Caverns Close? Or?
Caverns Close, yeah. Yeah. Again, it's in the same direction, down the road, past the markets on your right. You've got the big prison on your left-hand side, and then all the way on the end there, you've got Caverns Close, which is sort of an open area. You just got to keep your eyes peeled. Chances are, if you've got coin, they'll find you.
Well, I do have something to buy in the market area as well, so I'd be happy to go that way.
You said the trade contract says that there is armor being sold from here to Stonehaven or Sylvanthal?
Yeah. Well, let's keep our voices down, alright? But what you're essentially showing with the documents that you've given me, they are forged documents that basically show that you've got something going on between Lava Crest and Stonehaven, and a lot of the trade routes being used are that of council member Emberforge. I'll never call him the Regent Lord, but Emberforge is doing business over there. They're obviously putting extra shipments of our belongings through there, and he's making all the profit for doing the trade. You know, any other bits and pieces they sell along the way, any security, he's the one getting paid for it. So that's the arrangement. Now, if we can make sure that we keep that hush in the tavern here, as behind you, actually, are some Ironsworn guards, and I don't know which way their leniency lies, as she takes another swig. The plan is for tomorrow. We'll regroup and see if we can get hold of either an audience with the prince. I haven't heard or seen anything of him since I left. I know Runa is going to ask the Ironsworn in the guild hall, some of his mates. He's going to go ask them if they've seen anything, but to be honest with you, it's so early that I don't know if we'll know where he even can be found. Rumour is he's been locked away in one of his chambers, but for his own protection, or whatever you'll call it. Ironic, really, don't you think?
Where would you find these chambers then?
Well, they'd be in the Iron Council chambers, but the palace ground, we're not going there. No, we can't get anywhere close to Emberforge. At least that's the rumour. That's the last I heard of him. We might know more. Apparently, the Ironsworn have been on guard at the palace. At least what Runa was telling me on the road here is that they haven't seen him eat or drink. They haven't seen him. No food's gone in or out. So it does make you wonder if he's actually in there.
How old is this prince anyway?
He's probably mid-40s now. He's old. He's of age. He's well of age to take over the throne, but... Oh, that's say.
I thought it was a child.
We live a long time. He's basically an adult dwarf nowadays. Yeah, he's just come of age.
I don't suppose he's ever connected in any way to Whispers.
Whispers?
Yeah, just a hunch I'm working with.
I don't know.
Okay.
But perhaps why... Well, is there not a single person that you know that could perhaps, like, I don't know, do a sending on him? Just check how he's doing?
That's a good point, actually. The problem is, if he is in there, most of the palace has wards in it. So sending in or out, the magic gets blocked by these protective wards set up by one of the original, what do they call those guys? The Keepers of Balance, was it? The, don't know if you know anything of them, but apparently...
Who was his keeper?
Well, Lava Mantle was Thoric Lava Mantle back in the day. Thoric was Keeper of Balance. He was one of the he was the king and the ruler of Lava Crest. So he set it up for his own protections. But that's a long time ago.
What happened to him?
Thoric. Well, rumours are that he passed away. He was on it was the last time that there was any news about the Keepers of Balance, you see. Somewhere in Umbrasia, he went on an excursion with them to fight out some... I don't know if it was a lich or a... He was slain, regardless of what happened. And, well, safe to say, Council Emberforge has been on the chair ever since. Well, the councillors have been on the chair ever since, so, yeah.
Do you know if maybe we can find some information about what he went to do in Umbrasia? Is there
You
any
said-
records kept on what he did over there?
Well, the thing is, right, Thoric the Third, I should say, he was, any documentation about him would have been either sealed away in the palace or told to the family. So Prince Edrin would be the one to tell you, probably. But
I don't mean to be rude. You said that the rumors were that he had passed away, followed by that he went to Ambrasia to fight a lich, and
right.
died to the lich.
Well, we don't know that's what got him, but
Why was the
the
king?
rumor.
Why was the king leaving his region to go to Ambrasia?
He left it in the hands of the councillors. You see, when the world calls on the keepers of balance, at least as the rumours go, they answer. They're protectors of the balance and the weave, you see. So
Okay.
he's
So-
duty-bound primarily
So would-
for...
Would other keepers of balance also have gone to this location?
Oh,
fight
absolutely,
said
yeah.
lich?
All right, yeah.
And
Absolutely.
how long ago was this?
Well, let's
Do
see.
you know?
Would have been...
Are we talking 50 years? Are we talking
No,
hundreds
no.
of years?
No,
what
no,
are we
no.
talking?
Well, let's see. Let's see. Thoric was the last of them. He had a son who had... Would be maybe 150, 200 years ago, maybe. Honestly, it's been a while. They've had... You see, Thoric did have a son who gave birth to another, so Edrin's father did live for some time. He died of old age in the council chambers, but it's been really run by the councillors ever since.
Okay.
Well, would anybody like another drink? Oh, by the way, she pulls out a collection of keys. There's 7 different iron keys, and she places them on the table. This is for your rooms. They're just down the hallway down there, as she points down past the Ironsworn guards at the table opposite you, down the hallway. You'll find your beds over there, and you can spend your night, well, when you're ready. I'll also be around here, as I don't intend to go very far within the city, being exiled and all. So you can always find me here if you need me.
Have you also got a room?
I have, yeah. She
good.
takes one of the keys and puts it in. Yeah, there's one for me as well, just opposite you guys on the hallway.
Myrtle, one last question. Sorry
right.
to bother you.
No worries. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. This being that the Keeper of the Balance down there went to fight,
Right.
it wouldn't have to be somehow tied to the dusk of Ambrasia. Maybe wielded a blade that
Dusk of Ambrasia.
had a... Yes, it happened
No.
in Shroudhaven. It's what happened while the city's...
I don't know. Ambrasia, you say?
Right.
Could well be.
It
I mean,
mentions a lich there, and
oh, could well be the same one, but I don't know. I don't know anything about
why
the Dusk
did
of...
you guys cover up so much history? I'm starting to get really irked out by places covering history of things. This would solve so many issues if y'all just stopped hiding shit.
Right.
I don't think it's Myrtle's
Excuse
fault.
me. And there, you mentioned this. We have this book, the Shroudhaven's Shrouded History. It does mention what you mentioned, Judge.
Yes, that's the book I got from the library. Did you read it? Did you take the book from me and read it?
Well, I pretty sure we were there together and we skimmed through it.
I mean, I got the book, yeah.
Well, maybe it's easier for her to. She looks at the names. I don't know. Or matter. Is there any lore keepers in town or any place of knowledge where one could cross-reference? Maybe.
Well, probably, but it'd be on the other side of town. It's quite a distance if you were to go there. The upper echelons, you see. The libraries kept away from the forge fires and the volcano, as you can probably understand. They're on the east wing of Lava Crest. But can I have, please, a perception check from Zell, Mirabelle, and Ashira? As you guys are sitting there. Yeah, right. You could probably go there, but I haven't been that side of town because I'm not really from the upper class, you know. Okay, wow. Ashira with a 9, Mirabelle with a 3, and a 10 from Zell. Zell, you hear as over on your left, this dwarven lady with a 10. Ooh, with a 10, you just hear you hear prince. You hear the word prince and seen in weeks. That's all you hear. Prince, seen in weeks. Just the mufflings of conversation.
I'm sorry, Ashira. What was that you needed me to look at? And Zell will get up and move round to here and look over Ashira's shoulder, just at something on the table as he is keenly now listening in
Perfect.
to the conversation next to him.
Can I have, please, another yeah, let's have a perception check at advantage as you're now closer.
Can I
Have I clocked on? Can I also listen?
Probably, I imagine. Would you be making it obvious, Zell?
Yeah, to Ashira it would be obvious. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll allow you both to roll at advantage then.
Please, Mr. Lord on High, may I politely request an investigation roll instead?
What is it you're investigating? Sell it to me. What is it you're looking for?
So I have just been given a tidbit of information that I believe is related to the fact that the prince that we're meant to be going to see, the heir to the lordship of this area, has not been seen in weeks. So I'm investigating this little clue that I've been given.
Okay.
Rather than just trying to listen for any old thing that's being said.
Okay, I'll allow it. Yeah. I will ask you guys to
advantage?
do that, by the way. You do get advantage. I will ask people to do that for me, by the way, because I think it's fun to see how you guys try and sell me on it.
19.
Perfect. So we have a 23 perception from Ashira and a 19 from Zell. I will say that with a 19, Zell, first of all, you hear... basically, conversation had gone on for a bit. You hear some mutterings about how the beer tastes pretty good or the lager's pretty good. And then you hear from the girl opposite on the table saying, "Heard Emberforge keeps him locked in the deep cells." Ashira, you also hear this, but with a 23, you also hear the Ironsworn guards behind you muttering about... Yeah, I'll say that with a perception check. You overheard that they said Regent Lord says it's for the prince from the table of the Ironsworn guards, muttering to each other. Obviously, there's some rumors traveling around the tavern. What do you guys do? As at the moment, only you and Zell are the two who are aware of this.
Hearing this, Zell will sit back down and very kind of quietly lean into the table, into the center. I've just overheard that Emberforge is locking the prince in the deep cells. That's the rumor going around.
Ashira will also lean in and just say, sort of like nod her head backwards towards the guys behind her, and just say, also, some muttering about the Regent Lord saying it is for the prince. That's it.
That's to these two guys?
You said the Ironsworn behind me, right?
The Ironsworn dwarves behind you. Yeah, you recognize them.
I'm not saying it to them. I'm not saying it to them.
Ah,
I'm
okay.
saying it to our group.
Okay,
But I'm
yeah,
sort of
you
doing
guys,
like
you guys would recognize
like
the
guys behind
Ironsworn.
me.
You guys would now recognize that Ironsworn banner. It's the same one that you saw on the banner inside the cavern that you stayed in the night on the way to Little Rock. It's that same sort of anvil on that maroon, blood red sort of color. Same color as their little sort of fan mohawk there on top of their helmets. But yeah, you guys have now been informed that there's a couple things muttering around the tavern. Does anyone say anything?
Perhaps
You know who the Regent Lord is?
Lord Myrtle.
The Regent Lord? Yeah, Emberforge. He's the Lord Regent.
he
He's the
is.
stand-in, basically, for the prince until he came of age, which he will have done very recently. But did you say he's in the deep cells? As Myrtle says, it's quite loud. Oh, sorry. The deep cells. The prison. What?
Hey, that was just something that the table next to us said.
Oh, right. Yeah, well, Ashira's right. Those lads behind you are Ironsworn. You never know which side they're on. In theory, Ironsworn are loyal to the crown, but at the moment, it's a bit messy at the top, you know, so in theory, it would be Prince Edrin, but with the council, the Regent Lord you said he mentioned. I wonder what they're talking about, but...
Do you know where the deep cells are located? I mean,
Well,
you
yeah,
have any
I
idea?
do. I spent some time there myself, you see. When they locked me up before they exiled me, I was awaiting a trial, basically, in the cells down there. They're horrible.
where
Essentially, well, you know the prison that I mentioned just down the road there?
Yeah.
It's opposite the Ironsworn chambers, and it's a long way down. Basically, you walk into this prison, and in the center of the prison, there's a drawbridge that drops you. And you walk across this drawbridge onto this lift, and then they just pulley system you the whole way down to the bottom, and it's hundreds of feet below. Some really nasty folks down there. If he's down in the prison cells, I don't... Why would they lock up the king in the prisons?
So let me get this straight. So we're gonna go talk to the council and then try to explain this whole Talon stuff in hopes that, you know, the council are not, you know, already corrupted enough to where they actually would trust us. And we're hoping they would get the king out of those cells and bring him up for we can have a conversation with him.
Well, are you sure he's down there?
Well, I mean,
I just heard a rumor, but it would make sense if the Lord Regent wants to maintain power on the area, then it makes sense that he's going to find some reason to lock up the king.
but that would also make sense of the fact that they haven't had any food going into the chambers where he's said to have been. Meaning, if they relocated him, I mean, that's a pretty tucked away place.
If you would like, perhaps Diego, myself, together we could do a distraction and some of you could listen to the rest of the conversation. Distract the
But-
guards.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that the common folk know exactly where he is, right?
That's true.
These
Right.
are commoners saying this. It's not
Yeah.
it's not like it's high-ranking officials. I would be more interested to hear the rest of the conversation from the Ironsworn behind, because they might know more than the commoners of this place.
Can I also add in another idea? Maybe, you know, we should try to lay low until we meet with the council tomorrow. If we accidentally cause problems and we start causing a ruckus in the city, we're just ruining our chances.
Do you not think it silly to meet with the council?
Listen, I said this yesterday. You
I-
guys are. It seems like we're really for talking to the council. I'm personally.
I believe we were willing to deliver information to uncover what is going on here to the council, but us meeting with them, that puts a target on our backs.
I would, sorry to jump in, Diego. I agree with you. I think, Judge, if you don't mind me saying, the plan from at least from our side was for you lot to share your documents with me and to tell me and the prince where we found this, so that he had the evidence to go against the council.
Yes.
Emberforge, if you storm into the capital city's palace now, to the council chambers,
we'll
and
all be in
call
the
them,
cell with them.
you'd be down. I mean, it's
Yes.
one. Perhaps that's one way to get down there.
Or
but,
in the lava pit.
You won't be
Listen,
getting out anytime soon.
I don't think we can do a prison break. I don't know if that's what the suggestion might become.
The
We're not
royal
doing a
family,
prison
if he
break.
is there,
Yeah.
he should not be there.
Maybe we need to figure out a way to
How about
verify
this?
these rumors before we go all in.
I have an idea, and I think Mirabelle's right, and I think that Diego's right as well. Sylas, you're able to change into a wolf, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Are there? Could you change into something smaller, something that would barely be noticed by a pair of guards, for
A rat.
example?
a rat would be in a prison.
A rat, a spider, you name it, yeah?
A spider would be great just to hear the guards. We could do the rat if we need to get into the prison, but is there a bathroom in this tavern, Myrtle?
What? Also, would they not have a ledger of everyone that is in the prison?
Well, they might not
Yes,
put a
but
legitimate...
perhaps. Yeah.
Oh, no, you're
I
right.
don't-
Yes,
they
yeah.
wouldn't keep.
That's
They wouldn't
fair.
keep. Yeah.
But if we...
Also-
if
What
we
if
wanna
we
hear what those
lowered-
guards...
What if we
If we want
lowered
to hear what the-
Sylas into the 200+ foot prison hall as a spider?
Well, if we want to hear what the guards are saying, then maybe it's a good idea for our little spyless friend here to quickly go up to the rooms, get changed, and maybe find out what's going on with them.
Lasses, I wouldn't be. Look, if you go down there, very few get back up. You need somebody to wheel it in, you need somebody to wheel you out, and only those with a royal decree or with a passageway, the Ironsworn can go in and out freely as they're on behalf of the
Or-
king, or
Or
The
someone
thing-
with wings? And I look
Well, the
straight
thing
at
is-
Elirr.
The thing is, Myrtle, we are kind of quite often known as the very few.
Listen.
We seem to
I-
pull off things that people don't expect.
Can I ask if there's any? I mean, you spent time down there, Myrtle. Is there any
Right.
other way of getting into the prison that could involve us maybe getting in without really having to go through the main entrance? If it's just a single way down, no offense to you guys, I just think that's really big of a risk that I
Well-
don't know if we can really take at the moment.
Wait, does water not travel down there? Is
Right.
there not streams?
There
Is there
is-
not latrines? Is there not some way for waste or something to go
oh
down?
no, you're right. There is one other way. There's the they do have a plumbing system. I hadn't thought of that actually. No, they do. They must do. And I've seen them doing maintenance
Diego
on it
the
before.
Smart.
There's there must be a stairway or something built in the prison that leads you down to the
Right.
bottom.
I don't
let
believe we have
me-
2 sewer specialists in the team, no?
I was going to say, I can take a
Mirabelle,
look
you're
and-
up.
No,
Mirabelle.
no,
Mirabelle,
no.
that's some- But I could take a look and get probably a rough idea of at least the type of sewer system it is, so I know how the connections
Well-
would roughly work.
Maybe we can, like, I don't know, get in a favor and then get a map of those sewers?
It's worth a shot, guys, but I will say the prison is not widely visited. Only Ironsworn and Emberforge's appointed guards have access to it. The Emberforge guards, of course, that is.
Would you happen to know which of these guards? You know, some of us have some magic that can help us make us look like them.
Yes, and also, how long from the top of the prison to the bottom of the prison?
Well, it's much easier going down than it is coming up, because, well, if they lower you and lift you up with the winding stone platforms they've got, it's about like a couple of minutes, maybe.
Well, that is fine. Because, Zel, do you not have a way to disguise yourself for like an hour or 10 minutes or something?
I can disguise myself for an hour.
What if you went down with Sylas as a spider? Drop Sylas off, hang around for a while, Sylas go looking, then you come back, you both come back up.
Okay, who's gonna pull them back up? I mean, also,
Well,
how many
well,
people
the
would you send
guards.
down?
The guards will pull them back up.
Right.
Why would they not?
Unless the other
And-
thing could be to figure out the sewer system so we know what the way out would be through the
Also-
sewers.
Another
Split the
thing
party.
I just thought of. We heard from Myrtle they had a magic barrier that blocked sending. Do we not think they might have magic barriers that would block other magical stuff that's going on, going down into something like that?
The blocking of the sending we were told specifically for the palace, no?
Right, but this is the prince down into a prison that I don't think they want information getting to him or anything getting to him.
Well, I think you could be right, but if it is anything like the prison in Sylvantal, it seems the magic block is on the actual cell doors.
Well, Sylvanthal isn't as corrupted as this place, and we don't know exactly how bad they don't want him getting out of there.
I also
we
don't
think
think
he's not
that
in-
this place is magically charged.
If we don't think he's in the palace,
Don't
why
know
don't we
that.
try? Why don't we try sending him a sending?
We don't have the ability, right?
My granddad, I could ask him to do it.
Does he know the prince?
He told me to seek him out, so I think so.
Oh, great. Try that then.
Also,
Tell
if
him
we
to
do
do
go
it.
down there, if Sylas and I go down there and worse comes to worse, I'm discovered, I can grow some wings and get out of there real quick.
Right, but then we have the whole city on us. That ruins the plan of getting to the vault. That ruins us. We commit crime. We've committed a crime. I mean, that's a whole list of problems that
Oh, no,
just one
I've
mistake
committed
could
a
do.
crime.
Well, wait,
No, you're
wait,
with us.
wait,
And then I get out of here, and I'll find you guys in like a week.
wait. I have an idea. Perhaps if we use this, she pulls out the warden token that you gave her, Zell. The Iron Sworn, many of them abide to the code of the wardens as well, so you may be able to get entry down there. But even then you're at a risk if there are any...
Wait. Are we not being stupid here? The Iron Sworn are on the side of Talon. Why not just pose to be Talon members? We have robes and relics and weapons.
Well, not all of them are with Talon, but a good
But
many
they-
of them are, yes.
But the higher-ups are because they are in the pocket of Talon. We've already heard that Emberforge is being embezzled by Talon itself, no?
It's a
Yes,
possibility.
but I imagine that the rank and file Talon members aren't going to hold anything over Emberforge. It's going to be the like of the Crow, who holds something over Emberforge. I think
Yes,
we
but
would
we're
have
not-
to establish a pretty strong story.
We're also not directly going to Emberforge, are we? We are
We
going
might
to...
be called to him if Talon's suddenly in the city.
We need to avoid Emberforge
There's
until we
bases
have the
here.
princes on our side. I think if you can get evidence that the prince is in the deep cells, if the prince is in the deep cells, that'll be enough to sway the Ironsworn. If there's any truth to it, I'm sure somebody must know. And if we had that, we may be able to get the Ironsworn to give us entry. I mean, it's a long shot, but they're allowed to go
Okay.
in as they please, so...
So we
Well,
need to get evidence.
would-
Maybe we should split into groups for it. Were you going to
Would-
say something there?
Yeah, would anyone outside the Iron Sworn know that he's been taken? Like, how is the chain of command for such things?
What about the
Documentation.
what about the housekeepers of the palace? The servants of the palace must know that if
It's-
food's no longer going there, then
It's very possible, but
Who was the prince's direct hand? Who was his?
Butler.
Yeah, that not a handmaid, but something along those lines. He must have had a. He must have had a
Kalia.
waiting man.
Kalia was the doting family member. She or family hand, I should say. She was the head of the council's orders and minutes. She'd keep track of everything that was going on in the council. There's a good chance she could be corrupted as well by Lava Crest, you see.
Oh, also, how long ago was this information? Because you've not been here for some time, right?
Oh, but I hear everything from Runa, right? He comes and goes out of Lava Crest, often selling
Okay.
wares, etc. But I give you what I have. I don't know everything. Can I have a perception check, please, from... Let's have the back row. So that's Ashira, Mirabelle, Diego, and Sylas, please.
Let's go.
Damn.
Wow. A
Sylas!
28 from Sylas, a 10 from
Nat
Ashira,
20.
a 12
You-
from Mirabelle, and a
Did
22
you
from Diego.
guidance yourself?
Is that a nat 20? That's a nat
It's a
20
nat
from
20
Sylas.
Let
with
me
a
check real
guidance.
quick. Oh,
With
yeah, so-
guidance.
The guidance is on, so I didn't specify if it was on. So
I'll allow
leave
it.
up to you.
It's fine. It's a nat 20. You're still over 20. All right. Mirabelle and Ashira, you hear a muttering behind you again of meeting and Emberforge. You hear those two words, meeting and Emberforge. Diego and Sylas, you clearly hear from the dwarf closest to you on the table behind you, you clearly hear, tomorrow's council meeting is staged. Emberforge got half the Ironsworn muzzled. We can't speak up. And that's what you hear.
I look at Diego. I'm like, did you hear the same?
Yes, the council meeting being staged.
Gee.
They're having
So
a
I
meeting.
lean forward for a bit, just to lower my voice. We just picked up that they said that the council meeting for tomorrow is staged.
Wait. They're having a meeting tomorrow. But we haven't arranged a meeting tomorrow. And it's staged. What do they mean by staged?
Well, they said something along the lines of Emberforge basically being in the pockets of people, right? Is that Sylas, did you hear that too?
Yeah, something about the line about that. Yeah.
Right.
So, does it mean that they don't like Emberforge, or are they in his pockets?
No, I think they are in his pockets. Or he's in their pockets.
He is in theirs.
Yeah.
What
you
about those
sure?
guards? What about those guards, though? Are they with?
They seemed against it from their
That's what I
mannerisms.
meant.
From the way that they spoke, they
Right.
seemed like they were slightly against the meeting that is happening. The tone wasn't elated. It was more,
Perhaps,
ugh.
perhaps these could help us.
Matter.
As-
Would there be a phrase that loyalists say, like someone who likes prince, like? Hail
No,
these or something?
the problem with the Ironsworn is, and I'm an Ironsworn, or at least I was before I was cast out. The problem is, by the letter of the law, we protect the crown. Now, what that means is very convoluted, because you're either, is the crown technically the royal family, or is it the person on the throne, right, in the council chambers? Is it the man who's by blood the right heir to the throne, which is what I believe, or is it the person calling the shots on the throne themselves? Half the Ironsworn are torn, and the other half are loyal to whoever's in charge. I think if we can get the prince out and we can show everybody that there is corruption with their own eyes, we may be able to get the Ironsworn to turn on Emberforge. But we need the prince to do so.
Myrtle, but it doesn't make sense, right? Why would you, like, the Iron Sworn, they do know that the prince has come to age. So
Aye.
why is he still hidden, and why is no one rebelling against it?
Well, as far as we know, he's in the palace chambers, so if that's the case, he should have come forward. That could be why there's a meeting tomorrow, actually.
Do you guys trust me? And there's a smirk on Diego's face.
Most of the time, yeah.
Of course.
You
I
good?
want to see what is going to happen. Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Fuck it, let's see. Diego's gonna stand up and walk over to the bar.
Okay.
I'd like to order 3 ales of whatever.
Yeah.
No, actually, I will ask the... excuse me, the 2 gentlemen sat there, the Iron Swan. What are they drinking? I'd like to purchase them a drink for their duty.
Oh, they're drinking straight from the keg. We tap a new one every day. Would you
I'll have 3 of those, please.
3 of these? All right. And she just, like, you see there's literally like 6 or 7 kegs behind her all stacked up. One's obviously just had it, like, tapped, and she's pouring it into the... Do you want 3 of these?
Yes.
All right.
One for myself, one for both of them.
Oh, one for it. All right. Are you new here? Welcome to... That's in your face before. All right, there you
Well,
go.
yes, travelling through for now, but thank you very much. How much do I owe you?
That's 6 silver, please. It's 2 silver each.
Not a problem. Here's a gold. Keep the tip.
Oh, well, thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Cheers. And she puts it away, and yeah, you have the three tankards.
Zell will, seeing what's kind of going on here, also just head up to the bar quickly, tap Diego on the shoulder, and just say, "Oh, you forgot something, friend. You are the most persuasive man that I know." As I give him a bardic before I sit that down.
Thank you very much. I don't know this man, but what a charming gentleman.
Hey.
And then
Do you want that?
I will walk over.
Right, no worries. Yep.
And
I'm fine for now.
I'm gonna place my tankard on the end, and then I'm gonna slide 2 tankards towards them, and I'm just gonna perch on the end of this. And as I put the tankards down, I want to place my Warden of Harmony trinket that we got, the one that you can cash in for a favor, and I'm gonna place that down next to the tankards that I give them, and I'm just gonna sit and just lean on the table and say, "Good day today, friends."
Hello there. All right. Yes. What can I do you for? What brings you here? Is this for
name's
us?
Diego. Of course. How do you feel?
Cheers. They lift it up to you. All right. Oh, cheers. And they take a big swig, like a third of the total tankard disappears.
What are their
Diego.
reactions? What are their reactions to me placing the Warden of Harmony? Is it a badge?
It's sort of like a stone coin with a split of silver through it. He picks it up and looks at it. Warden of Harmony, are you?
Friends of, certainly, yes.
As am I. What brings you to Lava Crest? What can I do you for?
You see, there's been a spot of bother that I have encountered in my travels here.
Right.
I was looking to speak to the good prince, but I can't seem to get a hold of him. I keep hearing things on the wind of his whereabouts, but everywhere I ask, I get told a different thing. I thought I'd come to reputable gentlemen such as yourselves.
You're Diego, is it? Is that right?
Diego the Lucky, friends. What are your names? Sorry, introductions first.
I'm Tig, and this here is Carlo. Carlo, why don't you take a seat, Diego? As they shuffle along to make room for you. Look, I'll be honest with you, and you don't need to give me this here, as he puts on the table and sort of puts it towards you.
Thank you. I slide it back in the pocket.
Diego, I see you're with an interesting group there. We don't get many humans like yourselves around here. You sound like you're from Stonehaven. I don't know.
Indeed, yes, good days.
I went there in my youth, you see. The prince. The problem is, right, there's a lot of things going on in the city, and to be honest with you, getting an audience with the prince in his current condition is very difficult to do so. We are hopeful that they look at each other, and you can see there's a sort of look of remorse on their face. I think that's the best.
You're hoping for him to what? Be released from the deep cells?
You know of the deep cells?
I've heard a thing or two.
Aye.
Look, word travels in cities, and I'm a connoisseur of word.
Aye. Carlo, do you want to tell him what is going on? Alright, yeah, I can do. You see, rumour has it that he's down in the chambers down there. Now, he's in one of the left-hand side cells, which are the most dangerous ones, apparently, but the deep cells are where we put our most notorious criminals. Why the prince has been locked up down there, we don't know. Prince Adrian hasn't been seen in weeks. We hear that Emberforge keeps him down there. And the Ironsworn are not allowed to go into that part, even though we used to have free reign of the entire prison. So,
who are now?
Well, it's the Lava Crest Guard. They're the new ones in town with their new rights on the chambers at the council. The Regent Lord has said that, you know, where he's being kept is for the prince's safety. It's funny how safety looks like bars and guards, isn't it?
Not good.
Aye. Tomorrow, they're planning a council meeting where, supposedly, they'll be discussing the future for the Council of the Iron Thrones, which is the palace here in Lava Crest. So, I hesitate to think what could happen down there. We've seen a few cloaked folk sneaking near the cells, going down towards the prison last week, and for the first time, apart from prisoners, these were not dwarves, and they're certainly not locals.
Don't happen to be wearing red hoods, do they?
To be honest with you, it was late at night, and I couldn't tell you. Perhaps, maybe, but something's going on down there, and it's shady.
Taig, Carlo, you've been good to me. You have heard me out. You have given me information.
Aye, no worries.
I have one last favour.
I trust you keep it up to yourself, though.
My lips are sealed.
Right.
But I have one last favour.
Aye.
You said that you weren't allowed into the left-hand cells, the most dangerous ones.
Aye.
But you are allowed into the prison, no?
Right, yeah, we're Ironsworn. We're allowed to go in there.
If a time came to me where maybe you had arrested a drunkard to send to the deep cells, do you think you could take myself or one of my own down there?
We'd need a...
No questions asked, of course. But lips sealed and just, you know.
You trying to break someone in or someone... Are you going down there? What are you...
Well,
what are you suggesting?
Look, as I said, no questions asked. You
right.
know, if would it be a possibility to arrest someone and appropriately put them in a cell?
Just you.
1, 2 people?
Could probably get maybe 2 or 3 of you, if you're
Perfect.
lucky.
You drink here often?
More now than ever, but I'd be careful if I were you. The meeting they're talking about tomorrow, it's early morning, and I don't know what state the prince is in, or if he'll even make an appearance. But if you're gonna meet him down there, I'd go today.
I think he will be making an appearance. Let's put it that way. And I just smile. Anyway,
right.
Good evening, gents. Maybe I'll catch up with you in a little while.
Diego, if you are gonna go in there, there's a good chance he can't get out of there, and it would be putting my life on the line to take you, our lives on the line to take you down. We could
You
do
would
it.
merely be arresting a drunkard.
Can I have a persuasion check for me, please?
Sure.
You've got.
Do I
about
get
it.
any advantage for showing the Warden of Harmony badge, buying
No,
around?
because it relates
Okay.
to the Warden of Harmony badge.
Okay, so persuasion, yeah?
Persuasion, please. Yep.
Come on, good roll. I'm going to use my bardic as well, just in case.
Mhm.
1d6, yeah?
Yes.
So 20 total.
Perfect. DC was 16, so you didn't need it, but good to put it in there
Nice.
anyways. 20 total. He sort of looks to you. He looks to Carlo. He looks again at where you placed the Warden token. Alright. Yeah, I'll do it for you. We'll do it for you. To save our king, and if he is down there, that is, if you can get him out, just get that bastard off the throne.
I pat them both on the shoulder. You are a good man.
And you?
Just remember that today is the day that you had the graciousness to meet Diego the Lucky. Pleasure was all yours. Thank you,
Cheers.
gentlemen.
As you see,
Cheers.
they both down their drinks completely and place it on the table to go back to their other ones that they already had.
I walk up to the bar and I slide one more gold across. Get them another round. And then I walk back over.
Right, no worries.
Max.
Cheers. Yeah.
Max, I just need to check. Did they, when they drank that first third of their pint, did they split the G?
Actually, I need to do a roll quickly.
Because they get aura points if they split the G.
No, they did not, as I rolled a nat one.
Wow.
So they failed it.
During that time, I think Judge would have asked Myrtle, you mentioned the Keeper of Balance.
Right,
The stone that that man had. Do you know what ended up happening to that stone?
The stone.
Well, Keeper of Balances, that's what they have. Stones, some sort of artifact that they keep on them.
I don't know, Judge. I'm sorry. I just know of him more than... It's sort of a long story that's passed down within the Ironsworn of the legendary lava mantle, the once great Thoric lava mantle, the keeper of balance and protector of all. After his...
But no mention of a powerful artifact.
Not an artifact. Maybe he had an artifact or something. I don't know. I think the original one did. The first Keeper of Balance was also called Thoric Lava Mantle, but that was Thoric
Right.
Lava Mantle the first.
I mean, do you guys keep up with anything here? I mean, do you guys even know like the powerful artifacts that the Keeper of Balances have, and that what could happen if one of those fell into the wrong hands, and you guys just so happen not to keep up with the history of said artifacts?
I've never been close to them. I don't know. Sorry,
I think
Judge.
Judge is gonna make note that Talon most likely has that stone. Like, there's
Okay.
just no way around it. Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'll even lean over to who's close to me, Sylas, and I'll just be like, I would just make note that Talon most likely have that stone. I think we can rule that one out.
So, do we still
And that's
want that
3 of
stone?
them. Oh well, we're gonna hope we can get it, but that's 3 that we know of that they most likely have,
Hmm,
and that's not
Maybe-
good for us at all.
true. But, let me think on something. Might have a hunch.
Right.
Can I please have a wisdom saving throw from Diego as you're walking back?
You son of a gun.
No.
This is where shit goes down.
Not today, sunshine. 17.
With a 17, you
A
succeed.
success.
You succeed, but you feel. Actually, do you feel? I can't remember. You know
You
somebody is
are-
trying.
If you succeed, you know that someone's scrying on you.
But you
if
don't know
it's
who.
scrying.
Yeah.
And
It
I
is-
know, yeah? I
It
know
is
it's scrying.
scrying. Yeah, somebody's looking for you. This is the second time this has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I by their round. I don't want to. If these guys would have had more time before I would have come back, like, I don't want to interrupt. So I will stay here until I'm told otherwise.
Would anyone else be doing anything whilst Diego was away and Myrtle and Judge were having this conversation? The rest of you.
I think we would have been listening into what Diego was talking about.
Just awkwardly, like, one ear turned slightly higher to try and listen in. Okay, cool. All right. Well, yeah, then Diego, you return back, and I imagine with a couple drinks.
Guys, you will never guess what. And then I assume you've all listened.
Yeah, we all just say, oh, you mean... Diego, you're a really, really good public speaker. It's just you maybe need to be a little better as a public whisperer.
Yeah, but where's the fun in whispering? I like to be heard.
Oh yeah, we.
Look, I don't mean to. I don't mean to start trying to put a time limit on what's going on, but I would just like to point out we have 3 stones that are potentially in the hands of Talon. We still need to get the prince out. We need to get him on whatever's going on, and then we need to do all this before their meeting tomorrow. Meaning we kind of need to start putting a little move on in our step, and get things done before we kind of run out of time. So I think time is not on our side right now, and it just feels like we're...
Oh, they just fully informed me. The meeting tomorrow, which you might have heard of or not, is specifically for the future of the Council of Iron Throne. So we need the prince freed by tonight so that he can attend the meeting with our evidence tomorrow morning.
How about this? We sleep now, wake up in the dark when it gets night. Maybe we tell your Ironsworn buddies to get us in, and we do the plan at night. And that way, we have at least the night to cover our tracks. And then we need to decide who's going to go down. Are we keeping people up to keep watch? Can someone communicate with us when we go down that we should keep up here so they can keep tabs on what's going on? Things of that nature.
I completely agree, but I think there's one extra thing we haven't thought of, and that's how do we get out of there? And my idea for
It'll be fine.
No, well, my idea for that, if you can give me a few hours, I mean, it is only late afternoon, we could easily get a sleep in and be up by midnight if we sleep later in the afternoon. I think what Elirr said was right. If maybe he could take a look with me and anyone else who's interested, we could take maybe a look at the layout of the city and the sewer system. If I can get a rough idea for the sewer system, then maybe I can find an escape from the prison.
Oh,
I'm not saying it's our way in, but our way out.
Yes, we go in via means of guard. We leave via means of sneaky sewers.
Yes.
Okay.
I will say, sorry to interrupt you all. I just, if the prince is there, he's your golden ticket out. Provided the Ironsworn see him, he has free reign in the city.
This is a good idea. We should probably, if we rescue the prince is down there.
We
should. Someone's keeping him already.
But we will only
feeding him.
Oh my,
go ahead,
guys. Oh, go ahead, Ashira.
Mirabelle, Ashira.
Mirabelle wanted to speak.
Oh, it's all right, but perhaps this has already been mentioned. But do we know, like, what kind of prison is this? Is it just a normal door we should be able to walk in? Is it a hole in the ground? Is it what does it look like from the outside?
We have a judge.
Also, let's keep in mind we don't know what kind of security they're putting on the prince down there. We could be going into a whole group of them guarding this man that we are just waltzing up to trying to break out. So we're gonna need to be ready for a fight. I'm just gonna...
Hooded individuals have been seen going down. It is not protected by Ironsworn. It is protected by Lava Crest Guard.
Great. So Talon, that's what I'm gonna assume.
Is what I'm assuming too. Yes.
Great. Yeah, we're gonna need to be ready for a fight because they're not gonna.
That depends. We already
Thunderwave.
did pretend we were like Talon before.
This is what I mean.
Perhaps.
Again.
Perhaps you could try it.
I also have a spell called Silence, which is very not on brand for me, but I can make our area completely silent. So if we were to get in a scrap, I could make it that no one else could hear us outside of it.
Guys, can I just clarify? The last time we pretended to be Talon to Talon, it didn't work out so well.
It did not work out at all.
Yes,
No, but that was because we were like pretty unprepared.
Okay,
Yes.
listen.
We're still unprepared. We don't.
So
the only secret rule of Talon that
Okay,
we learned that
okay.
day is the fact that we shouldn't have spoken.
no,
We
no
shouldn't have
names.
revealed it.
No names.
Listen,
That's the
listen.
one.
Let's get a plan going, okay? So Zell's gonna go look at the sewers. That's still a really good secondary out in case the first way is not a good one. Two,
Oh.
we might
I was going to say, Elirr, you should probably go with him. Being quite studious, you might be able to find the right books and read through it quickly.
yes.
Well,
so
Zell said so, was it?
let's do some splitting up here. All right. So we got Zell and Elirr. Does anyone want to go with them to the sewers? I'm assuming it's just
Or
gonna be those
to-
two, which is fine.
To look in the library for the
library.
maps for the
Yes.
sewers.
I will head to at least the area of said prison. I'm not going to go in it, but I'll at least get a layout of the outer exterior of it. See if there's like guards outside of it that kind of keep watch, things of that nature. Maybe study their patterns. Maybe see if there's a way that we can get in without them kind of seeing us or whatnot in case of things going wrong. So if someone wants to go with me to do that, we can do that.
I'll come along.
Okay, me and Sylas. Maybe we also need to send someone to the blacksmiths. See if we can get some, while we're, out doing all this, we might as well get some information. See if maybe we can find some of that key information that we spoke of earlier before we don't have the chance to do it again. This might be our only chance of getting some information on some of these key things.
Do you not think, though, that if we get the prince out, we then have time?
No, because we don't know if Talon, because again, we're on a time strain in terms of Talon's trying to get to a place. We know they're headed to Shroudhaven. We don't know how long they're staying here. We need to keep on the toes of Talon, who has the stones.
But we have an edge.
We don't.
Crows will not be underground, so there's none of this bullshit teleporty crow
No.
thingy.
I'm saying that Talon's on a time strain of getting the stones to Shroudhaven. We know that. We know that's where they're headed.
Yes.
They're trying to rush there. We need to try to keep on their toe to some degree. We don't want them getting way ahead of us. Because again, they have potentially 3 stones, which is already bad as it is. Even if, that's already really bad. So we need to try to keep up with them.
But Judge, not to try being rude, but the most important thing is like to get the king to the council tomorrow morning. That's like the most important thing.
Yeah.
After that, I thought it was like your urgency to go into the vault. Remember?
Well, we got to think of the big picture here. I mean, the
So you want to
stones
skip
are
the vault
big
and then
picture.
go for the stones?
I'm saying that we need to try to keep on our main objective, which is the stones. If we lose sight of that, we're losing sight of everything.
Also, Myrtle has specifically said that we have to help the city before we can go to the vault. Because she can open
Judge.
the first door.
I believe that everything is connected. So getting the prince out and being able to go into the vault to stop Talon, I think it is all related.
Is anyone not assigned to any mission? The submission at the moment?
I was going to continue to drink here in the tavern and find out lots of rumors.
You and reading isn't the strong point.
Well,
Look, the more hands we have on deck to try and find these sewer maps, the better. So is anyone else available?
I suppose I'll go with you.
Yeah, Mirabelle.
I can come if you want, if you need the vision, but it is up to you.
The more people, the better, because finding this is going to take some time.
You just directly insulted me. I used to work at the coalition. What do you mean? I literally did this sort of thing. No, it is fine. I will remain put because I am not intelligent enough.
But you
Oh,
are
you're definitely. I mean, you can
Diego,
What's a
many
book?
talents.
Diego, you're so You're so lucky. I think we need you because if we don't have you, then we won't have the luck to find the library maps.
Well, now that you have begged, I will come.
I tap Sylas and
So
I just
rolls his
tell him
eyes.
to head out. That way we can get it done before it gets too dark. And I'm gonna head out.
Okay.
What should we say, 2 hours?
Alright.
2 hours.
I worked at the library for 2 years. I'm pretty sure we should be fine.
Oh, then you're a natural.
Mirabelle, are you going to the library?
I suppose so.
Okay, let me test this because I did set this up before. And I did in the last session, which is 2 weeks ago for us in real time. I set up this telepathic connection with Zel and Mirabelle that will last the next 3 hours, 2.5 by this point. Hello, can you hear me? It's in your head.
We? Can I respond? I can respond, right?
Yeah. Okay, as long as we are within 1 mile of each other, we can do this whenever we want.
I don't know where the
obviously.
library is, though.
But hopefully close to the sewers.
Fair enough.
Okay. What
Off we go.
is the group's final before you move away?
Can I get changed quickly? And then I will go with the rest.
Sure, I need to finish my drink.
I'd say that you guys change, you finish your drinks, you all have a plan of action. Myrtle says to you all, "Oh, I'll stay here and make sure those guards don't go anywhere if they're your way in later today. Besides, I can't really show my face, and Runa was going to come back here at some stage. So, all right. Actually, I might be able to get them to take one of you guys in if you're lucky. I hadn't thought of that. All right. Well, I'll see you later." As she sends you on your ways, and she holds this table basically as the rest of you all get up from your seats. Where do you guys head? What are the groups? Can I have a breakdown, please, from one person on what the groups are? Does anybody know?
I am going to the library with Elirr, Mirabelle, Diego, and Ashira, question mark? Or is Ashira with the other group? I thought Ashira was
I was
with
going in the sewers, but I can go to the library.
We need the
so
maps
we're all going
for
to the
sewers.
library. We're all going to the library to get the maps of the
blueprints.
sewers.
Okay, so the four of
Just
you,
like the blueprints.
Wow.
the four of you are
Okay.
going together to the library, sort of the main.
Five of us.
The 5 of you. The rest of you, the other 2.
Sylas and Judge are going
me
to
and
do.
Sylas are gonna go to the area of the prison, and we're gonna just go
Perfect.
out
Cool.
the area there.
Alrighty, I'll take you then to Lava Crest's main map here. You may notice you now know the locations of places. There are map pins, some of which on the map you'll be able to click and see a little bit about them, others not so much. However, you will see that on the right-hand side over here, wait, I'll ping it. Over here on the right-hand side, this area has been referred to by Myrtle as the Marble Arch, the rich side. It's the area of wealth and riches and nobles. She's not too familiar with it because she's more focused on the blacksmith area, which is the side that you're on. The stone library is kept all the way on the eastern side of this Marble Arch area. So you'd have to go across basically over there. It would probably take you, looking at the size of the city, probably just to get there on foot. If you were to go by foot, there are other ways around. You might be able to get a cart, for example. I imagine you would do so. If you were to go on foot, it would probably take you about 2 hours. If you get a cart, probably about an hour. Maybe just a bit less, 45 minutes there and back. So yeah, it's quite a long sort of path all the way across. It's up and down all sorts of hills and rocks and past tunnels, etc. So those of you who are going there, I assume you'll get a carriage, a cart. They'll be on every street corner. You'll have a goblin cart driver, basically, who is working, or a gremlin in this case, who will take you over. That'll be... You're heading to the Marble Arch, correct? Was it the Stone Library you're heading to? And for all of you, we should have space, as long as the big gentleman isn't coming, as he points to Judge in the background. Okay. That'll be 3 gold pieces for you to get across, and then 3 gold pieces coming back. How's that fair with you?
3 gold, sir.
Yes, that is the rate here in Lavacrest.
Insight check.
Yep, go for it.
I don't do these often for a reason, but fuck it, this is bullshit.
With an insight check of 16, he's lying through his teeth. It is not 3 gold.
We
Do I
can
get?
Go
Yeah.
elsewhere.
Okay, no worries.
if-
We'll go elsewhere because this is
No.
clearly a lie.
If he doesn't want our patronage, then that is fine. We
What?
shall find someone else.
Oh, I didn't realize you guys must be tourists. Of course. Lavacrest. You know what? I'll give you a deal. We'll do it for 2 gold. 2 golds there and 3 gold back. Right? That's good. Or two
Five-
there and then 2 back.
5 silver for the round trip or nothing.
Ooh.
And I'll sing you a song.
Can I have a persuasion check, please?
From
Diego singing a song.
Oh god. Okay. 15?
Are you a good singer?
The
best.
Oh, with a 15. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. 5 silver. It's been a while since I've heard any good tunes. Do you know
Zal
the
holds his gun
dwarf
at this
and the,
point, tempted to shoot himself in the foot for
Do you know the dwarf and the
complimenting
gnome?
so much.
he hops in and you all hop onto this cart and head over to the stone library. Judge and Sylas, where do you head as you come out of the Firebrand Inn, which I will just make it obvious for where you guys are. It's here on the left. You're just opposite the Ironsworn Guild Hall and the markets of Lavacrest.
I mean, we know it's at the prison, and we know the prison's now like down the street. We know it's pretty close. We're just gonna start walking there. But
Okay.
as we start walking there, I will request that me and Sylas will dip into an alleyway, and that way I can give him our little quick strategy of what we're gonna do.
Perfect. We will come back to you then as you guys start making your way down, and probably I'd say you jump into maybe this alleyway here opposite the markets of Lavacrest. In the meantime, let's go over to the 5 of you who've gone to the library. You walk in. You arrive, you walk in, the cart is parked outside. It's a tall, pyramid-shaped building with what looks to be almost like it's sort of cubic. You have like very straight edges, but it's all the way up, going gradually smaller as it gets higher and higher. As you go inside through these stone doors that open up, you see on the inside, it mirrors that pyramid the same way, but it's books the whole way up and what looks to be a wooden platform the whole way around on each level. What you notice is there's quite a few dwarves in here. They are looking around. There's a couple of humans who are reading things and 1 or 2 elves as well who appear to be particularly interesting. One of them is sort of flicking his finger occasionally, and you can see the book on the table flips the pages as he does so. It smells of oak and maybe some teak wood, some natural essences, maybe something they've done with the vellum of the pages or the way the books have been pressed against the walls, squeezing out that sort of rich smell from the pages of the books that are here. As you step in, you see a little dwarven lady. She appears to be quite old, and she looks to you all, adjusting her bifocals. Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Stone Library. What brings you here today? Can I assist you at all?
Hi there. Yes, we've. I was just gonna say we've traveled over. We're part of a research plan on the history of the city, and we were looking for old blueprints of the city layout.
The city layout? You want old history or which?
Well, the current blueprints, just the kind of blueprint section would be really good.
For the city, okay. You'll probably need to go to. Would it be on? It would probably be on town and city planning. There's a whole section, down past, just over there. As she points into the corner, and you can see it looks like the shelves themselves have been formed out of stone. We had a lot of the work was done by the dwarves of olden times from cities like Cragholm and Stonehaven, The stone mancers helped form many of the buildings, including this library. Their work can be seen over there, as she points you to the corner of the room. Is there anything else I can help you with?
You mentioned the old history section. Where would that be? Just
All
maybe as I
history is
define-
old history, surely. What age do you require?
Well, the old kings around here.
The old
Lavamental
kings?
the First, or
Oh,
something.
ooh,
His
ah.
family record, something.
We do have something. She points over on her left-hand side, and you can see there's this long range of books, all alphabetically named. As you can see, there's a letter in common across the top of the bookcases. You'll probably be looking for either King, or you could look for the Iron Thrones. They're currently the council members. You could also look under L for Lava Mantle. That is the royal family name here in Lava Crest. And please, miss, sorry, miss, as she looks to you, Mirabelle, she looks to you. Please do mind the books. We don't have many sprinkler or water effects in here to protect any outbursts.
Naturally, I worked at the library for many years. I'm pretty sure I know how to act in here.
You're a librarian? Oh, actually,
Hey,
wow, you're beautiful. What a lovely dress you're wearing.
merci.
Where did you work?
Mirabelle Moreau. I worked at the Moonspire Archives in Sylvantal.
Oh,
I worked under Magister Silvarian. Perhaps you are familiar with him?
oh, what a dreamboat. Am I right? Oh, I've met Archivist Silvarian many times. It's lovely to have you here.
Merci.
You can. She doesn't even know what to say. She's just all full of emotion, like jumping. Can I get you anything, or anything you'd like?
I'm pretty sure my comrade here has already told you what we like, but
Right.
or what we would need. But
Of
thank
course.
you. We will keep it in mind. If we have any further questions, we know where to find you.
No worries at all. And the rest of you, anything else?
I lean up to the counter and I just say, speaking of dreamboats, I'm pretty sure you must have been a looker in your time, lady.
She fixes her bifocals and looks you up and down.
And I just smile.
Can I have, please, let's have a charisma check. Just a flat charisma.
I hate it when you do this because my checks are
Unless
so
you
much
want to go
better.
performance. I'll allow performance.
Will you let me reroll?
I will let you reroll. I'll allow a
Or
performance
I
check.
can add the +4.
Yeah, add the plus
If you'd
4.
rather. So 16. So 16. okay.
16. She swoons a little bit. Ah, well, you're quite a looker yourself.
Oh, thank you. But what I wanted to say was, you say to my friend here, Mirabelle, to watch for her faring nature with the books in question. But what
Right.
about my hands? You see, my hands like to peel back the covers of books, you see. So maybe you could assist me in finding the books I need, and these fingers might not need to get too filthy with the book covers.
Right.
Zell's eye starts twitching.
She audibly sort of gasps and
I
it
just
rhymes.
stroke her hand.
The color drains from her face slightly. Yes.
I need all your books on the sewage systems, the latrines, and waterworks underneath the city, please. Darling.
Oh, you're dirty. Okay, I will take you over here. Come with me. As she holds your hand, and she's quite a bit shorter than you, and she sort of leads you around the corner to where she pointed out the books for Zell earlier.
As she leads me, I just look at Zell and I just say, intelligence is inferior. And I just follow her.
Zal looks at Mirabelle and says, "Burn my eyes out, I beg you."
As
Lucky, yes,
yeah,
the books will be destroyed.
I would say that yeah, it doesn't take very long, and she helps you speed up this task because she's basically talking to you throughout this process to try and find exactly what you're looking for. She pulls out a scroll that is essentially an overlay over the city of the sewage lines, including through and past the prison. So you do have that now. You guys would see that there is, very similar to the road structure, it's almost directly underneath it the whole way along, with what appears to be what Zell you would recognize as sort of manhole entrances into these areas. Zell, you would also recognize with, actually, let's have a history check for me, please, because you have got, it would be an advantage. But let's have a history check for me, please.
History?
History it is.
That's a 7 attack. Fuck for the advantage.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
With a 17, you can see that by the prison, it appears to be a fall-off point, or essentially similar to that sort of swirling plug that you saw in the beginning of your time in Celestria. You saw that in Sylvanta, where the water sort of drains down. That appears to happen right underneath the prison. Their central sort of exit way goes out of the prison.
Zal puts his arm around Mirabelle and just goes, "Good times, right?" And kind of points out the section to her.
I literally just yoink away. I do not want to be remembered.
Zal giggles.
I do not want to remember any of that. Perhaps now that we, how much time have we got left? Like,
do you guys
fucking
have some
loads
time
now.
here? You have a lot of time
fucking
here.
loads now. Okay. Perhaps we should also find something about the prince, about the council, about maybe potential allies. Maybe there's like a book of all the noble families here who have council, who are counselors. Perhaps there might be other people who could help us. Maybe
Well,
we.
Metal mentioned a Elirr lady. She might not be as loyal, but she would have records. Something.
I know, but there might be more,
but-
right?
We are in the library. We are not going to broil the records now, right?
I mean, we've got time, but I mean, if you'd rather check out this.
I agree with. I don't mind if we split up. I think Mirabelle's got a strong point there that doing a bit more research here would be good. If everyone wanted to stay here, I don't mind taking a look at the specific types of sewer grates and all the mechanical aspects for us to know the ways in and out. But it's up to you guys. If Ashira, did you want to go and check out the sewer?
That is a weird question without context. But sure,
I
can
think
come
we
to the
have
sewer.
all the context.
I think
No, it's like, yeah, I don't want to go into a sewer, but I'm happy to come along because I feel
As-
You
it is
guys are
dark and I can
so
see.
precious.
Zell, with your 17, with your history check, looking at this, you see this drop-off point beneath the prison on the map. You also would recognize the different grates that are sort of put up, and the drawings, the markings. It looks from the map that there are very thin bars, almost like prison bars, basically, at certain points throughout the city to stop overflow and make sure that the water passes through. Any rubbish or trash gets stuck at these places and sort of filtered out occasionally. It's something that many of the sewers within Sylvanta would have. It's basically to stop any blockages too far down. These appear to be very common around the prison and the council area, almost like a way to prevent either entry into or out of those locations via that system.
Would I know ways to circumvent those from my time?
You would
You
know that
having to-
they would need to be broken. Each one would require strength or some form of ability to break. They can be broken. Doing so, you can do, but you would be getting drenched as you're standing in what is essentially this this sewage water. It looks,
If
I will
only we
tell
had
you
someone
now,
who was both strong and accurate enough to be able to hit the bars.
I will tell you now, it looks like it could take a considerable amount of time, as there are many gates you'd have to get through to get to the plug area. But
So on
it
the
could be
map,
done. Yes.
There's just one outflow. It's not connected to
There's
any other
one
system at
there's
all.
one outflow that seems to be performing down over here. It's sort of behind the prison going straight down to what would most likely be almost like an exit or waste area of the city. You know now that the marble arch, as you guys would have seen coming over here to the east side of the city, it's rich, it's beautiful, it's pretty, the stone is immaculate. Far different to that of where you were on the other side, where it's much more gritty and grimy. Yeah, it looks like that's sort of the waste outlet side, whereas this is obviously the richer side.
I understand. What I'm
Mhm.
asking is the actual pipe that goes out from the prison not connecting to anything else? It's just
Doesn't-
the prison.
It appears to be going down. Yeah, it's like straight down into the ground, as almost a waste disposal area.
How many, roughly how many bars would we have to get through between the prison and getting to some form of safety?
It looks like there's about 12.
12. Considering what they're made from.
Yep.
And Mirabelle's going to fucking hate me. But considering what they're made from, do they seem sensitive to heat? Considering these are meant to, well, they're probably anti-rust, anti-sludge, etc. One would imagine they are not necessarily heat resistant.
Surely you have some fire magic yourself, being all clever and all that.
I will
I
say,
ain't got shit, bitch.
I will say, Zelentrus would recognize these as typically being bars that are not heat resistant. However, you are within an active volcano.
One thing I just want to briefly mention as well. You said that the waste that stores up there is then filtered out eventually. How?
It appears to go down. You don't know where.
Yeah, but if it's
Lava.
getting caught at the bars,
Oh, there's
Where-
probably people who work in and out of the city, in and out of the sewers,
So then-
rather, collecting
so
this.
then that must be that they have a way to get to those locations.
It would assume
right?
so. Yeah, you would assume
Are they
so.
not on the
That's
map?
what I was.
You can't see
That's
the
why I was asking about the
entrances.
circumventing. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
because-
Then I'm gonna head down there and take a look then.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because surely there must be a way for someone to get there to clean it out.
Mhm.
So
Very
That's what I
possible.
meant by circumvent before.
Yeah.
But if
Absolutely.
if that's the likelihood.
You
then-
guys can have a look. You'll have to go down at the nearest manhole cover, which is basically where Judge and Sylas are now, just here. But yeah, you would be going there. Before we go to break, which we will in just a moment, Elirr, you went off to look for something specific in the library. Is anyone else looking
Yeah.
for anything specific in the library? I know, Mirabelle, you mentioned you were going to look for the council or noble families.
Yeah, I will. And before Zell storms off, I'll probably say something along the lines of, "Don't you have like rat catchers guilds that you can ask?"
Well, don't you have a librarian's guild you could ask? I think you'll find that both of us got fired from our jobs. And
Ugh.
no, there's no rat catchers guild. It's a rat catchers lodge. It's an entirely different group of things.
Alright.
Right. And I just
Guild.
go back to my
And
book.
Zell just guild and rolls his eyes.
Before Ashira leaves,
Yeah.
go on.
she'll just lean over to Mirabelle and be like, "Also, I got reading into that book. If there's any more of those here, please, take them."
Oh, I will. That's a good idea, actually.
Can I have a perception check from both of you, please? Sorry, Mirabelle and Ashira. Elirr will come back to you in just a second.
Why?
Oh, they found some books, bro.
A 24 and an 18. It appeared that as Diego was being pulled away from the table, the book that the librarian was reading was none other than that of Shauna's Gate. Shauna of Heaven's Gate's novel, Foreigners. A Foreign Remedy. A new novel from Shauna.
Ooh.
And it is with that,
The
Whenever
real
Before
main
we
plot
go,
here, the real
Elirr?
main plot.
Elirr, what is it you are doing? Tell me. I need to know so that I can
I
let
would-
you know what you know.
Yes, I would like to find like a corner. Like these are like dwarven books or books written in other languages, probably. So I
Mhm.
would like to do a ritual for 10 minutes to do the comprehend languages. for,
Very
like, that lasts an
nice. Very nice. I was wondering if you were going to do it. Very nice. Okay.
hour. Could I also, as I'm looking for, I guess I'm gonna start in the lava mental section.
Mhm.
And try and cross-reference with information that I've gotten from like the books that I've looked at in Zelentrus with the
Mhm.
Keepers of Balance.
Let's
Especially
have an
the one written by
investigation check
Jinglethorn.
at advantage. Especially for Jinglethorn as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Investigation check at
Um,
advantage. And
did
with
you-
that,
Always need to find that thing.
yeah, you're all good.
Investigation. 20.
A 23. Very, very nice. Okay. With that, I think we take a few minutes, a 5-minute break, and we'll get some drinks and refreshments, etc. And we'll be right back. So be right back. And we're back. Everybody's got some light drinks, refreshments, some snacks. We're ready to go. So we ended off with a couple of you heading out of the library, some of you deciding what you were going to do. Let's start off where we ended. Elirr, you have a look around. Can I please have exactly, if you were to give me in a couple of words, what is it you're looking for most of all? I know you're looking for something related to Keeper's Balance and maybe the lava mantle stuff. You're looking at the lava mantle area. Is there
Well,
anything in
I'm-
particular? Or is it an
I'm
overall?
specifically looking for Lava Mantle, the first.
Mhm.
Thoric Lava Mantle.
The first one.
Yes.
'Kay.
And damn it, where's the page? Talked about this in the break. I had the page. Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good.
And anything connected to like Myrtle mentioned that Thoric, I don't know if it was the third or the first,
Mhm.
had to do with like how the spells are weaved in the vaults or like in the palace or something. So references to that potentially, but mainly looking for, now I found the page, Thoric Lava Mantle, Eric Windrider, and any of the other Keepers of Balance and connections.
Eric
potentially.
Windrider. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so you have a look around. The very first thing that you would find is Keepers of Balance under Lava Mantle. Lava Mantle, you see one that is Thoric Lava Mantle. The Ignician Keeper is basically the name of the book. And as you look at it, you open it up, and inside, in what appears to be a very old, worn page with sort of a light pale tinge to it, has a note that basically says the record is not complete. But the book, as you look through, you sort of look through the pages, you read of a dwarven royal prince named Thoric Lavamantle the First, in brackets. Once king of a fallen dwarven stronghold, he gave up his crown to defend the balance. Designed many of the magical seals used to hide, and then it's redacted. It says underneath, creator of the mantle sigil, a warding glyph passed down by the dwarves of Ignicia. As you read on about the mantle sigil, it speaks of protections from essentially spells being cast in or out of it. It doesn't take you very long with your passive wisdom to put one and one together. Chances are these are the sigils used at the council and at the prison. It also mentions that he died forging the chains, and then it's redacted. So you have once a king of a fallen dwarven stronghold. It mentions he gave up his crown to defend the balance. He designed many of the magical seals used to hide redacted. Designed many of those seals. He also was a creator of the mantle sigil, which is a warding glyph, and he died forging the chains that redacted, that bound redacted. Yeah.
Is there any mention of like an author or someone who wrote this?
As you look
or
at it,
who put this information?
I will say you're looking at it, and thankfully you've cast your comprehend languages so that you can see what these different languages are. Most of it's written in Dwarvish. However, there appears to be a small mention at the bottom. One of the names that comes up is Jinglethorn in the author section. He obviously wrote something on this, or at some stage was reading or putting together parts of it. Maybe he's taken the book out of this library in the past. You're not sure. You don't recognize his handwriting. However, his name is on the book under the author section. And it looks like it's one of the bottom names. There's multiple names, most of which are Dwarven, and then his towards the bottom. One of the other things you wanted to look for was Arik Windrider. There's very little written about him. He does appear mentioned as one of the most powerful sorcerers of elemental mastery. That is what you see. So he is a human sorcerer of elemental mastery. That's what you've got. You believe... You know what? Because you're reading it here and you're looking at... Yeah. Screw it. You see that it also mentions he carries a staff forged by Thoric's Lost Forge. Lost Forge.
Do I find any reference to Thoric's Lost Forge?
As you look around, it doesn't appear to be mentioned anywhere else. You believe this would be Thoric Lava Mantle. Most likely the first, the one from long ago. You don't know exactly. You know he's an Ignician dwarf. You know that he probably was a forge master of some sort as well. As Myrtle mentioned, most of the people in here in Lava Crest have at some stage worked a forge or been a blacksmith. But yeah, Arik carries a staff forged by Thoric's Lost Forge. That's what it says.
It doesn't happen to mention anything about the House of Solvanko.
Solvanko isn't really mentioned, other than being the name Solvanko comes up when you look at the book that mentions Thoric Lava Mantle as one of the keepers of balance. That's all it says.
Okay.
Perfect. Anything else, or is that the last bit for now? Move on to someone else.
I think that's
perfect. Let's move then to who else is in the library? Mirabelle, are you looking for anything in particular?
Well, yeah. First, I would like to, like, a little bit more information about the royal family, and then particularly about why this Dorian Emberforge guy. How did he get to be regent in the first place? Is there any dirt on the man that we do not know yet?
Okay, royal family. You read about the Council of the Iron Thrones, as that's what's mentioned, and Emberforge you know to be a counselor as well. I'd say that the lady behind the bar, who you guys haven't asked her name yet, it's Gertha. Gertha leads you over to this area, and Gertha basically says to you...
Before she does that...
Yeah?
Is that the new Shana of Heaven's Gate?
Oh, are you a fan as well? Oh.
I didn't know she released a new book.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. She's doing a tour at the moment. I got it sent here.
This is actually the copy. As you can see, there's a little mark on the cover that says it's like a proofread copy for the library.
I had to do a bit of reading, you see, to make sure that it's suitable for the establishment. She sends a few out. She's doing a book signing a couple weeks from now over in Stonehaven. And then she's planning to go on the road and do book signings.
I have to see her. She's been an inspiration. Nobody knows the heart of a woman like she does.
She is truly a masterpiece of understanding the complexities of Carlos and his ways. Yeah, well, I would offer you my copy, but I haven't quite finished yet, as you see.
I understand.
Yeah. But here are your books, as she leads you over to them. The Council of Iron Thrones. Oh, here she goes. She hands it to you, and you open it up. And as you have a little read through, I'd say that you've done a lot of reading in your time, so you're quite quick getting through these. And as you skim through, you read that as Thoric Lavamantle the First. I have to do that now because they're the same name, but anyways, Thoric Lavamantle the First, the original Keeper of Balance, he was said to have stepped back, leaving the kingdom in the hands of the council until his heir came of age, so that he could become a Keeper of Balance. So essentially, the Council of Iron Thrones has existed for a very long time. They've had intermittent powers. They've never been the outright rulers. They've never had the be-all, say-all. The king's royal blood is still a kingdom. However, when there's an absence of the king, the council are the ruling body. That's what you learn. In terms of the noble families, you hear of... You hear of... As you look through, there's obviously Lavamantle is mentioned. You also hear Emberforge being mentioned most recently. You can see that there's a list of what appear to be multiple names. Councilman Freng, Councilman Danvir. Councillor Danvir is now one of the most recent entries, and Councilman Freng. Those are the two most recent names, and I will send that in the chat here so you can see their names. So it's Councilman Freng and Councillor Danvir, and that's on a Roll20, so you can have a look at that as well. And those are the most recent councillors added to this long list of names of previous councillors. They come after Emberforge. That's what you get.
So no dirt on Emberforge just yet.
Not particularly. It appears he rose the ranks of the coalition. That's what you would see before joining the Council of, the Iron Council Chambers in Ironforge, or not Ironforge, that's World of Warcraft, in Lavacrest. Yes.
Okay.
So he was once a coalition member. That's what you have. Is there anything else that you're looking for at this moment? No?
No.
Perfect. Let's move to, as I think Ashira and Zell, you two have left to walk towards the sewer area. Is that correct? You're muted? I'm going to assume yes.
Yes, but I do know that Tim and Tanner have waited since before the break.
Yes, no, I'm just checking who's in the library. We also have, so if you're on the road, Mr. Diego, what is it that you're looking for here in the library?
Information on the vaults themselves, and
Perfect.
if there's anything on maybe how many, is it multiple vaults, is it one vault, what was potentially housed in there over the years, or any info on them whatsoever, just so I can sort of relay that to Judge when we go back there.
Perfect. Yeah. As you read the book that Gertha led you to, you read of what is essentially a history regarding the royal forge known as Lavamantle's Forge. It was said to be lost when the vault was sealed. Within the vault of the forge lies a forge that was lost to the Lavamantle family. It doesn't say why or how it was sealed. It doesn't say when. However, it says that within the vault of the forge lies a lost forge of Thoric Lavamantle, once said to forge relics, artifacts, and weaponry. In addition to this, it would also technically say, it says only a royal royal-blooded dwarf knows how to open the forge. Or only a dwarf of royal blood knows how to open the forge. A family secret passed down through the ages. And that's all it says.
Okay.
Is there anything else?
Nothing on... Is it one vault? Is it multiple vaults?
It seems to be described as one vault.
One vault. Okay.
They always describe it as the vault, one vault.
Which is interesting, because, correct me if I'm wrong, but Myrtle said to us that she could open
The gate.
the vault's inner door for us then to open... Sorry, the outer door for this then to open the inner door. Did she
Yep.
mean just get us to the vault? Because I interpreted
She
it... I might be
interpreted it
wrong.
as she would open the first door for you. To the vault of the forge. That's what she said.
To the vault.
Mhm.
Okay. That's fine.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Anything else you're checking?
Any mention of magic on the vault?
I would say
What-
that
what-
it's
because
fairly
we've been
redacted.
told-
I'd say it's fairly redacted, but there's a lot of mention of celestial energy being used to seal
Okay.
the vault.
Celestial energy on ceiling.
What that means, you're not sure.
Yeah,
However,
no, that's
it
fine.
says it was sealed by celestial energy, yeah, or magics, I suppose.
But the vault's name isn't like Hildegard's vault
Nope,
or anything,
it
is it?
is
Because that's what
referred
we've
to-
sort of been insinuated as from. Okay.
Yeah, you've heard
It's
that
just,
from Judge,
yeah.
however, and also
Yeah, and
from
Myrtle.
Myrtle.
Yeah.
However, it is referred to in this
No
book
mention.
as Vault of the Forge, and
Okay,
it is
cool,
said
that's
to
fine.
house Thoric's lost forge,
Yeah, cool.
which
Sweet.
Elirr had heard about earlier. Perfect. As you guys are having this moment, and some time has passed, it's been over 45 minutes traveling here, about half an hour of talking and getting around things. Judge and Sylas, as they all hopped into the carriage, the two of you stood watch in an alleyway. We come back to you now. What is it that you guys get up to?
So, Judge, you've done this before? Like,
Well, not really. No, I've never had to do this sort of thing, but should be easy, right? You change it to an animal. We go close to the prison. You do your thing, get some information. I'm gonna use detect magic and see if I can sense any magic inside the building. Maybe
well,
we'll get some information.
this might sound odd as a druid, but I
Okay.
cannot fly. So we
You
don't
cannot
have
fly.
like
Right.
those are like later
Mm-hmm.
spells
Yeah.
for more advanced
Well,
druids. Like,
How about this
just-
then? How about this? You change into a rat, right? I will detect magic and I'll go by the entranceway. If I detect magic, because the spell I got will kind of tell me what kind of magic it is. If it sounds sus to where it could potentially, ruin your wild shape, we won't do this. But if it's safe, you will go in through the building, through the main entrance as a rat or a spider, and kind of get a layout of what's right inside that building. And that way, we know exactly where to go if we're going to go through the front entrance. Maybe see how many people was inside the building that we're going to have to get past. All that kind of stuff. Just kind of give us a lay of the building.
I fully agree. We do have to keep in mind what if I can't get out? Then I'm
Why wouldn't you be able to get out?
well. What if someone, I don't know, is scared of a rat or a spider and they stab me with a spear?
Well, I mean, how about you turn into a fly then? I mean, a fly is very, you could get around as a fly.
Yeah, I
Oh, you can't fly.
cannot fly.
Yeah, a fly that can't fly. Yeah. How about an ant
What,
or something?
what I could try, and I
Hmm.
rumbled through my position.
Okay.
I learned about summoning a familiar instead, which actually can fly, but you will have to buy me like 10 minutes.
So, right. If we summon the familiar, though, I don't think we're gonna want to send that thing all willy-nilly into a building and people are going to see it and know that there's something up. So I feel like that wouldn't be the smartest thing anyway.
Well, at least if they
But-
kill it, then it disappears. And
But then they're
if
gonna
they
know-
kill me,
They're going to know that someone was trying to look into their building and then
yeah,
it
but if
kinda
they
puts them on
squash
us.
me, then
True.
I will pop out.
Okay. You know what? I'll humor you. If you think the familiar thing's okay, let's do it. Let's try it. See what happens, right? It can't get worse than it already is. I mean, we're already wasting precious time anyway, waiting to do this till night, and we're given.
We'll be fine.
Yeah,
like,
of course.
Am I safe here? Because if I
Yeah,
look
we're in the
through these
alleyway.
familiar's
We're-
eyes, then
Yeah.
I am not able to see anything.
Oh.
So
You're right. Oh, dang it. Okay, how about this? You hide behind some boxes in an alleyway. You sit down there, blah, blah, blah. I will go by the building. How about this? First, let's walk by the building. Let me do my detect magic kind of thing. Once we get the reading there, we'll go back to the alleyway. You can use the familiar thing, send the familiar in there, and we'll get the information that way. And that way, we at least know the entrance is good, and we can get through into the building.
yeah, sure. Let's not waste time.
Perfect.
Yeah, I will start casting detect magic.
Okay. As you cast it,
Yeah.
where do you cast it? Because you guys are about here at this moment. Do you cast it
Yeah.
right where you are?
Let me see how this. I've never used a spell before. It's self concentration. It's verbal. It's a verbal in some
Somatic, yeah.
symmetric. Yeah, somatic. So does that mean like it's like I have to be doing something, or
Not
can I
during.
make it?
It requires concentration, so you cast it
Yeah.
as an action, I believe, as opposed to a
Yeah.
ritual.
Okay. Can I do it like subtly to myself as we're walking, as like kind of like a try to keep it under the breath, and that way I can get the whole effect of the spell, or do I need to do it behind something where no one sees me to do it? Like, is that kind of spell or what?
You don't have to hide it. You're not. I
Okay.
will tell you, you would know that in general, using magic in a city is sort of frowned upon openly. But a lot of people use it to like
Yeah.
do little things like cantrips and things, like light things
Okay,
up,
here's what I'll
etc.
do. I'm gonna cast it while we're in the alleyway, and then because I'm not gonna need it long.
It lasts
I just need
about
to
10
get past the
minutes.
building.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you have
I'll-
plenty of time.
You give us enough time.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll just do it from here then.
Perfect. All right. And you cast that, and basically you'll be able to walk with this sort of faint aura, and anything around you that is magical will have that sort of
Yeah.
ping, I guess, that you'll feel as you're walking
Yeah.
around.
And we'll just take a quick walk up to the building. I'll try to like get as close as I can without being suspicious.
Mhm.
And then I'll try to like walk near the entrance, see if I catch anything, feel
Yeah.
anything.
You, as you walk towards the prison, you feel a huge amount of power coming from basically the ground. It's almost like you basically walk up steps to get into the prison, but it's almost like ground level from where you are. The whole way around this building is this sort
Okay.
of strong celestial magic, this divine energy that you are
It's a
familiar
divine magic.
with. It's divine magic.
Okay. Is it an object that I can see that's giving off the energy?
It
or is
appears to be the
like
floor that this is made out of.
the floor.
Yeah, you would
Um,
see this only when you get to the entrance, as you can't actually see through the wall, because it's quite a thick stone. However, when you get to the doorway, as you pass it, it looks and feels almost like the whole area around, apart from this one entrance that you can now see, is this large, basically sort of 5 by 5 meter hole, which has a pulley going down it.
And then I get the school of magic that it belongs to, which would just be
It's a divine or
is it
radiant.
divination,
It'd be radiant, and it would
radiant,
be
divine- okay.
it would be well, it's a ward, so I guess it would be abjuration magic probably.
Okay. Do I know what kind of magic that could potentially be? Would I have an idea of like
I will tell you.
I mean, 'cause I've trained in divine stuff.
You
so
would
I
just
feel like I would
recognize
have
this
some
as a
knowledge.
protective ward of some sort. It's much larger than anything you felt previously, and it appears to be very strong. It's radiant,
Okay.
and it seems to be fixed on
Sure.
that one space, almost like
Yep.
a protective magic.
Well, yeah, we'll just go back to the alleyway then.
Perfect.
That's all it
Yeah.
is. Cool. I would try to stay away from. I'll tell them the area where I picked up the magic from. I'll just stay away from there. I mean, if you're gonna send something through, there's something going on there.
Like the main gate area? Like
I mean, maybe see there's an open window or something. Send it through an open window, or if you don't have to get within that specific area, try to go around it or skirt it or whatever.
let's just do some flyby
sure.
first, just see
Yeah.
what's going on the floor.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So I will ritual cast or at least cast Find Familiar.
Mhm.
As druid, I will summon a creature in the form of a raven.
A raven.
is-
Okay.
Yeah, because
Cool.
it's pretty familiar as, for example, crows.
Mhm.
If Talon is sending crows around the city, don't squash it. Maybe
Oh,
people are
Talon!
dumb enough to think it is a crow and it will leave them alone. I don't think an owl is a very good idea during the day.
Okay. Perfect.
So a raven.
Yep.
And if I read correctly, if I concentrate, if I lose my own vision and hearing, I can see and hear through.
Yes. You can see and
The
hear
familiar.
through the familiar's eyes and ears. Yes, correct.
So before I go into his body, so to seem, ask the judge to keep me safe.
Mhm.
Gotcha,
And
don't worry about it.
I'll go take myself into the...
Perfect. Can I have a perception check from you, please? I will use yours as opposed to the ravens just for this moment.
Just to be safe, I'm actually going to cast Sanctuary on Sylas.
Okay.
Anyone who attempts to make a attack on Sylas has to make a Wisdom saving throw, and on a failed save, they have to choose someone new, just in case.
Just to confirm, is that on Sylas or the familiar?
Oh wait, that could be smart. But
Which one is it?
what do you think, Sylas? I'm about to cast a spell that I can protect. What do you think? You think we should try the familiar?
Well,
It doesn't.
you can protect me if anything has up.
True. It doesn't last long though.
True. So
Should I maybe go up to the door with it and cast it right before it enters, and then that way it has the full minute? And then
Yeah,
I'll
if
just
that's
scurry back
possible.
over here. I'll just
don't
scurry
leave me
back.
waiting.
Yeah. I'll do that. We're gonna do
'Kay.
something so stupid.
Perfect. Can I have you put Sanctuary into the chat for me, please, so I can just read through it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course.
Alrighty. Yeah. Okay. You ward a creature with the spell within range until the spell ends. Any
Yeah.
creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose attack spell. Wow! It just loses the attack or spell.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's actually a
Uh-huh.
really good
I'm gonna
spell.
be standing near the entrance, and as the familiar flies by, I will cast Sanctuary on the creature
Perfect.
and hope that doesn't do anything too dumb.
Can I please
But-
have a perception check, please, from
Uh.
Silas?
Me. Yeah, sure. I'll assume guidance is not a thing because it's not me.
It is not a thing.
Nah. Just checking. That's a 10.
It's a 10. You see Silas with a 10. You can see there appears to be 3 guards inside. One on either side seem to be moving this pulley system to make the thing come up. So you can see it takes 2 guards to move the pulley up and down. So that's good information for all of you. And another one appears to be standing at the back, just watching over. It doesn't appear to be busy. And there doesn't appear to be
It's
anybody
like
at the front.
the bridge, right? Like
That's basically it's sort of like if you imagine a platform that's on a pulley system, like it's got like a chain that attaches to the center of it. This is the thing on either side that's moving the chain up and down.
Yeah.
It looks like they're moving it probably up, so something's coming up.
Something's coming up. Okay, cool.
The raven flew past the protective area.
Yes.
Did I see anything? Does it look like that it does anything?
The raven
it passed
hasn't
through?
technically touched the ground yet.
Oh.
As you
Okay.
would know that only the ground was where this sort of magic was emanating
Yeah.
from.
And I didn't touch it when I passed by. I just
No,
stayed
because it's
outside of
technically like it's basically the floor of the prison that you can see from the front door.
it. Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I want to do another flyby.
Mhm.
This time specifically watching at the amount of guards that I can see on the region
Mm-hmm.
of the prison, and if I can see some patrol routes or anything.
Perfect. Let's have a perception check, please, from you. As you're now flying back and you're looking for something more
That's even
specific.
worse. That's an 8.
With an 8, you see the 3 by the front. I'd say you take a little bit higher, maybe, so you can see behind, maybe what's through. There appears to be jail cells, holding cells at the top on the back, and there appears to be sort of buildings around behind the prison. It's not just the central entrance. It actually appears to go around almost like a big courtyard with what looks to be barred doors on either side. This is obviously a very large prison with multiple buildings around it. However, the key focus right in the center that you can both see is this basically dropping prison pulley system.
I can see it from where I'm
Yes.
standing.
Yes, you can see it from the
And
front.
I
If you're
can see
standing
it's- I
outside the
can see it's
front,
coming
you
up.
can see straight out. Yeah. hmm
Okay. Ooh.
It's almost like
Okay.
almost like a well. It's like that big size well that you'd be able to go
Yeah.
in and out of. Yeah.
Okay.
If I were to swoop in more closely, could I see, detect, or look anything that is coming up?
Let's have a perception check from you, please. Do you fly in to the prison to have a look
Um,
down to see what's coming up?
Yeah, more like in.
Cool.
Or maybe like there a ledge where I can land, sit.
There's definitely a ledge. Yeah, there's definitely a ledge. If you fly in and you land up on the top, there's basically it's like a clock tower almost on the inside, and you've got basically a very vaulted ceiling with sort of iron beams across it. You can perch yourself.
Yeah,
on one of
I'll
those.
sit.
Yeah.
I'll sit there. To see
Get a
Perfect.
good roll,
Let's
Silas.
have a
Come on.
perception check from you, please.
Get a good roll.
13. High.
With a
better.
13, you can see there appears to be 3 hooded figures coming up from the pulley system.
What's the color of the hoods?
I need to check something. You said you were a raven?
Mhm.
I need to check
Uh-oh.
something.
Am I colorblind?
Uh-oh.
Okay, ravens have superior color vision to humans, seeing the same spectrum
Let's
as
go.
humans plus ultraviolet. We learn something
Yeah.
new every day. You guys notice, I would say, Sylas, you see, these are 3 red hooded gentlemen.
Cool.
They are coming up. Judge, you're still standing outside the front of the prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know they're coming.
I think. Yeah. I think I'm just looking to see if, I guess if there's any mysterious, like someone who doesn't really doesn't look like they belong to just be chilling out here. You know, maybe someone looks suspicious. I'm just keeping an eye out.
Okay, you're just looking around.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not?
Are you actively looking for somebody, or are you just keeping an
Yeah.
eye out?
I'm actively looking. I'm trying.
Okay,
to
let's have a
keep my
perception
eyes-
check from you, please.
Yeah. Oh jeez.
With a 9, you don't see anything unordinary. It looks like there's a lot of dwarves.
Perceptive. Oh, a lot of dwarves.
The occasional cart goes by with goblins pulling dwarves in it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's about it.
Okay.
All right, what do you guys do?
The final thing I want to do before I fly away from the prison
Mhm.
is to look if I can see any alternative entrances or exits.
Can I have a
Um,
perception
and-
check, please?
If I can see any magical alarms.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
Well,
A 21.
double, but the first one was
Yes,
21.
let's go. Silas. That's what we
With a
need.
21, which you've had a DC, you've seen it multiple times, but you haven't hit that DC, which was an 18 until now. You see a ventilation system. It looks like an air vent that seems to go straight down. The air vent appears to be about 3 feet wide and about 3 foot tall. It appears to go straight down. From what you can see, it just goes straight down. And where you're perched on this, you can see straight down it as well. I will also tell you that in terms of the magical alarms, you don't see anything.
No, okay.
Nothing obvious. As a crow in this vicinity, you don't see anything. However, you do notice that these red hoods are approaching closer and closer to the surface as the pulley is moving. And that's what you see.
Would I do this? I just wait until they're fully up
Okay.
to see if maybe I recognize one of those
Okay.
hooded people.
I'm going to take your 21 as your perception check. I won't ask you to roll again. You wait for some time. It takes about another 10 minutes, another 5 to 10 minutes. It takes some time. However, as they come up, you see these appear to be the same sort of red-hooded cultists that you've seen all the way in Sylvantho, on the roadside when you were ambushed, and even at the Grove. None of them look particularly in charge, so to say. The 3 of them appear to have something in their hands. You're not entirely sure what it is. It looks like a pouch, and one has a dagger to his side. With a 21, you can see it is bloodied. It's not sheathed. But whilst this is all happening, is that the end of your investigation here? What do you guys do?
Yes, that is, and at least for me, I fly back, also to give Judge a sign that I'm leaving.
You fly out.
He will.
Judge, you see this crow leave through the doorway, and as you do, you see these 3 red-hooded cultists standing on the platform talking to the Iron's Forge guards. Or, sorry, Lava Crest guards. Lava Crest guards, yeah.
Okay. Upon seeing the red hoods, I'm gonna quickly pull out the badge that I've gotten, the Talon symbol, and I'm just gonna affix it onto my
Your chest plate, okay.
yeah, just kind of pin it on. You know, it's the one from the commander, so maybe it has like something cool with it where it
Okay,
could be,
okay.
in charge.
It's the Talon Commander
Yeah.
Maybe it's
brooch. Okay.
magnetic.
Yeah, the Talon Commander brooch. And
All
I'll
right.
just stand there, cross my arms, try to look mysterious. And
Do you wait for them to leave? In your direction?
no, I don't. I go back.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, so you walk away before they exit the
yeah, I
building.
really wanted to fuck with them, but
Okay.
fuck it.
Okay, that could have been very interesting. All right, you head back and you meet up with Sylas in the alleyway. Whilst this is happening, you guys have spent some time together. You've done all of this. You have the other part of the group on the other side of the city reading in the library. Zell and Ashira. The 2 of you have left the stone library. You're making your way back. Do you take the cart? Do you go on foot? What do you do? Do you rent a new
I pay
cart?
for it. I've already taken it out. I've already paid for
Okay,
it.
so you're taking the cart. So the 2 of you take the cart. Where do you head?
To... Does
First-
there look... Oh, what do you think? You go ahead.
Well, I would suppose closest to the prison. Well, not a side street, something where we're close enough.
I
Maybe
was going to say the market.
I would ask.
There is a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Markets,
example,
yeah.
like it's opposite, right? Yeah. Yeah.
You would know the closest hatch down is basically where Sylas was sitting, here opposite the marketplace.
Okay.
Do you head back?
Yeah.
Perfect. I'll say that time passes by. You guys head on back. It's another 45 minutes. Sylas and Judge, for the sake of brevity, do the 2 of you head back to the Firebrand Inn in this moment, or do you wander around? Do you stay there? What do you do? Because they will be arriving back to where you guys are at this moment.
I figure we walk back as well.
I had a really bad idea, and I just wanted to let you know. I was going to wear this commander brooch, and I was going to try to fuck with him. Now, part of me is really wanting to do it just for the sake of like really fucking with them. But the other part of me just knows that could potentially cause a lot of fucking stupid stuff, and I'm just really don't want to deal with stupid shit. But if you really want me to, I will gladly do it.
Wait, this doesn't really sound like you at all. Like,
Well,
you're the one who would do the stupid thing.
Listen.
There's this guy like laughing in the background.
Yeah, part of me really just hates Talon, and if any way I could fuck with him, I kind of want to fuck with him. Also, I see you guys do a lot of fucking around shit, and it makes me want to do a little bit of fucking around shit. You know what I mean?
We were just like I don't know, looking at the area, and then you all decided like.
Yeah.
But I got some information for you. If you want to hear it, or should I like wait until we are?
Well, I mean, you could probably give it to everybody, right? I mean, or you can tell me.
Yeah, but I'll inform you along the way, because like we did this together, and I'll tell him the details along the way to.
Oh, we're gonna go back. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we should go back. No, we should wait for the rest. He had a knife and it was bloodied.
Perfect.
Oh, that's even better.
I will say, for the sake of brevity, the two of you make your way back to the Firebrand Inn. You sit down with Myrtle. She gets you another drink. You guys spend about another hour there. In the meantime, Ashira and Zell, please don't fight any cultists you see on the street. Let's go. What are you doing?
I stab a cultist.
Okay.
We go into the sewers. I imagine it won't be hard.
Yeah, no, it is a manhole covering,
Do we
basically.
have to sneak it, or can we just hop in?
I'll let you decide. Are you trying to sneak your way in or not?
Well,
We'll be
is there a
stealthy.
lot of people around? Or...
There's a couple people leaving the markets. There's one or two people in the alleyway. You can see there appears to be what looks like a place where maybe somebody sat down recently, almost next to this manhole cover. It looks like it's sort of been, the dirt or the soot has been moved away from that area. But yeah, other than that, it's very quiet.
Okay, well, I imagine it wouldn't be a hard stealth, but we will be stealthy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's have a stealth check from both of you, please. Yep.
A 14 and 27.
14 and 27, you guys manage to
14 and
sneak in.
20.
You don't even make a noise, Ashira. As you close it behind you, the manhole covering doesn't even clink. You just head your way down. It's like a little light staircase down, or not staircase. It's sort of like a ladder down into the bottom here. And as you guys arrive, you see before you, Zell, something you're very familiar with: the sewers. It's rancid. It's wet. It's damp, and it's quite warm. There's an unfamiliarity here for you with this sort of warmth in the sewers. It's never really been this hot whilst you've been down. However, you can see that water runs from your left, which I will put here, towards your right, as it does in the blueprints.
It feels like we're near a bathhouse.
I just feel like with this warmth, the stink is even worse.
Okay, yeah, you're not used to this. Zell pulls out like a bag of smelling salts or whatever that he has from newbie's time, and he's like basically like gives her like a mask or whatever. Like, just you can put this on and it'll just give you something nicer to smell up your nose. I don't need it. I'm used to this shit, literally.
Thank you.
All right, perfect.
All right.
Yeah, you wrap this around yourself. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
we start.
it's-
Go.
No, it's like I have like this like sheer scarf, so I like sort of tie it around like a COVID mask, but inverted.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
So yeah, we start looking through and basically looking for the first.
Great.
I guess kind of like great and also side entrances to kind of get into those kind of bits and
So
pieces.
very similar to the Savanthal City prison, you have the Savanthal City sewers. You have basically the waterway and a very thin passage along the outside that has this sort of tube around it for, I guess, heavy overwater flow, which it looks like there's never been. You can see there's a little bit of steam at the top of the the pipe as you're walking along this passage. However, as you finally make your way down, it sort of slopes slightly towards the prison area. As you get down there, you notice that there is this grate with a big rock circle around the entrance. The grate has bars that are about 2 inches wide, and multiple of them the whole way along. The water appears to be passing through. As you look through the grate, you can see this is repeated another sequence of times, about every other 2 or 3 meters. In each one, there appears to be sort of a runoff just as you get to the grate. What you notice right at the top, as you look at the grate, something unfamiliar to you, Zell, is right before the grate hits place, right at where the bars start. Just before it, about a foot before it, there appears to be a drop or a hot sort of open area beneath the water. What you see is, bear with me. What you see is,
I'm sure you've taken this into account already, but I will just double check. From what I remember of the prologue, going all those sessions back, those many months back, Sylvanthal's sewers were actually of dwarven design.
they were. It looks like these have been updated.
Okay.
What you see before this is what appears to be, as I can't actually find the notes, so this is top of my mind. Essentially, right before the grate hits you, you can see what looks to be almost like a grinder. It looks like 2 large stones constantly moving, like rolls of stones moving, and what looks to be a hot, fiery, almost magical sort of sleeve underneath. It looks like whatever falls into this, whatever gets pushed down after hitting this grate, appears to be disintegrated. Almost like a furnace.
Disintegrated.
Disintegrated. Yes, exactly. It looks like it gets crushed down there. Now, that being said, it doesn't look like you wouldn't be able to avoid them. However, you can feel the heat coming from there. Part of you believes maybe this is why the water appears to be bubbling right at the grate.
Is there... I'm imagining that even with this, every now and then these things need to be serviced.
Most likely.
Can I see anywhere around me, kind of investigating the rocks and...
Let's have an investigation check.
Thank God for that. Had to just slip the word investigate.
Are you also looking?
If he tells me that that's what we're looking for, yeah.
Yeah, I say that.
I will say either you can both roll investigation or Zell can have advantage. I'll leave it up to you to decide.
You would know what you're looking for, so I will just assist.
Okay, perfect. You have advantage on this roll. Investigation check.
Advantage.
With an 8.
That's an 8 and a 6.
Yeah.
Which gives me an 8. Jeez. Wow. One of those was a nat 1.
Yeah, so 1 and a 3, which becomes a 6 and an 8. You're looking around. Though you're familiar with the scenery, you look around and you're looking for an entrance. It looks like the main entrance to where you are, or to these grates, appears to be from where you came from. You can see what looks to be a trodden path. You notice the footprints of boots and sort of marks of footprints leading to here, and then they stop where you're standing. It's not just your own, it's others, but they don't appear to go much further on. As you look at the grates themselves, it looks as though these incinerating, moving, sort of grinding machines, or whatever they may be, they're magical in nature. Can I have you roll an Arcana check, please, as this pings to you as some form of magic?
That's another 6.
With a 6, you're not familiar with what kind of magic this is.
Could I just, I guess, kind of sweat an extra go of this?
Yep, absolutely. Go for it. What are you going to do?
I'd like to get a better look, so I'd like to go through the grate, please.
How are you going through it?
Misty Step.
Oh, okay. Okay, you Misty Step through with your boots.
Yep.
Very nice.
And I say to Ashira, I've got the boots, and they also allow me to use my spells to to get back through. So I'm just gonna hop onto the other side, and then I'll be back after I've had another look around on the other side.
Would you like me to invoke the telepathy again, just in case, or are you okay?
Yeah, that can't hurt.
As she concentrates, because I'm sure the 3 hours have gone by now, Max, right?
Yes, they have.
And so that's a 1d6 for 4 additional hours.
Very nice. As you continue that link telepathically with one another, Zell, as you misty step through, can I have you roll a wisdom save, please?
Oh, nice. There's magic stuff on this. Let me just double check things before I start rolling. I just want to double check that I haven't got anything that's kind of backing me up there. Nope, this is going to be rough. I've only got a +1 on this. That's a 16.
Means it beats it. I will tell you, you felt a strong radiant magic that you just passed through. The ring, radiant.
It doesn't do shit. I'm.
You felt a strong radiant
resistant.
magic. You felt a strong radiant magic. It didn't affect you, but the ring around the grate. So I would say, Ashira, you see this. The ring around the grate itself, that stone ring, appears to glow slightly and then go back to its form, almost like a bright yellow golden color.
Okay.
You're now on the other side of the grate.
Well,
that was weird. What happened there?
Well, there was a bright light around the ring. Did you feel anything? Are you okay?
I felt something. It didn't seem to work, whatever it was. But you said there was some kind of magic effect around the.
There was like a light around the grate, like around the ring, as you went through.
Well, it's probably some kind of warding, but there's no harm in this. As Zell takes out the stone and touches the grate with the stone. I got an interesting. No sound came through, but I saw the lips move.
Interesting, indeed. Yeah, very interesting. As you press the stone against it, you hear a voice you haven't heard for a while. Azulara, as she whispers to you. They pull you from me, Zelentrus. They seek to take you from me. That's all you hear. And the stone glows a purple color as the bar to the grate bends outwards as they open like a door.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that part.
Try to sort of push my hand through to see.
It goes through. Goes through. Whatever the stone just did has bent that in some way. It's now wide enough for you to fit back through.
Okay, well that's one. I'm gonna work on the assumption that was kind of a one-off. Azulara just spoke to me, but we can deal with that part later. Something about them seeking to take me from her. Anyway, that's the first time in a while. Weird. Do you want to come through and help me take another look around here to see if there's any more information we can get from this side of how we could, well, maybe get through these on the way out?
Well, perhaps the next greater has maybe better services or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, can we continue on?
There's another 11 grates that you can see, and it slopes slightly towards what you can see at the end of this. Looks to be a whirlpool of sorts. Do you continue down?
Just wondering, if we get to that whirlpool, typically, would you, can you walk down there, or is that just dead?
There should be a walk a walkway around it, but there will be some gaps which you'd have to jump over where the other sewer lines come into the middle.
Right. So, but if you could open all these grates up, then technically we could move down, because down is probably the way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, can we look at the grate now?
Is that to me or is that to Zell?
That's to you. Well, both of you, I guess.
The grater, as in the thing that's going like eating stuff, or the grates? The grinder or the grates?
Well, I'll have Zell, I assume he's going to try and see what he can do with the grate, so I will take a look at the grater.
The grinders. Perfect. Can I have you please do either an investigation or arcana check, please? Up to you. It depends what you're looking for.
I shall do an investigation. 9.
You're not sure how this thing works, but it looks very hot, and it looks like if you put your hand in, you'd lose it. It seems to break up any loose bits and pieces in the water.
I should have asked my grandfather for that immovable rod.
That would have been useful. But it's fine. Okay, now we're inside. It should be a little bit easier to see where they get through to service this area.
Do you go the whole way through? You're currently in it like a pipe with a grate at the end. Do you go to the grate at all?
Yeah, whilst I'm also kind of running my hand along the wall, see if there's like a loose stone, or see if there's any kind of bit where the stone might move out the way, that kind of thing.
For the sake of brevity, I will tell you there isn't. Okay. However, if you get to the grate, what is it that you do?
For lack of a better idea, I'll touch the stone to it again.
It opens. Bends outward once again, letting you through.
Well, if we could keep this pace up, this is gonna be easy.
Yeah. So, are we able to keep doing that?
Do you keep trying?
Through?
As you do so, every now and then, actually, let's have you on the fourth one through. Can I have you do a wisdom save, please? No, yeah, wisdom save.
15.
Perfect. You continue on through. On the 8th one, can I have you do a wisdom save for me, please?
Is Ashira, are you doing anything during
this? This is only for Zell, because he's the one.
I'm just wondering if Ashira is doing anything whilst we're walking through the sewers.
Well, if this takes some concentration, I'll just stay quiet and keep watch, so I don't.
Zell's just putting a stone against the wall. Zell's just putting a stone on a grate, and the stone's doing the work.
Right. I mean, Zell. I know this is a weird time, but I wanted to ask.
Yeah?
What was last night about?
Last night? Oh, yeah, like I said, the feeling was mutual.
I will be honest, I thought that was very surprising.
Well, I was a little surprised myself that you felt something between us at all.
I suppose that's fair. I haven't. Look, I'll be honest. I haven't really thought about being with anyone since Errands. And I've kind of kept people at arm's length since then because it's safer that way for them and for me. But when Diego asked me to pick someone, and I had to think about it, I suppose I do feel closest to you.
As they kind of walk over maybe a thin part of the
walkway
pathway of the sewer pathway, Zell kind of reaches out and takes Ashira's hand to guide her over. I feel like we've been closer than arm's length, but I get it, and you're not alone in that. I've been running myself for a long time, but I didn't say what I said because I expect anything from you. It just feels okay for me to stop running and sit a while when I'm with you. I just wanted you to know that it wasn't one-sided.
I appreciate that, Zel. I really do, but I'm not exactly the best version of myself right now. Knowing what is potentially to come, it's going to be messy, and I'm still trying to piece together what version I am supposed to be. And I don't know if I want to drag anyone into that mess.
Have you seen where we're standing right now? I think it's
Yes,
messy as it is.
Okay.
If this isn't your best version, well, I'm curious to see what that even looks like. I like you for you, the honest, vulnerable parts of you that you show when no one's meant to be watching. I think you see me the same way. Not what I was, not what I should be, just who I am. And somehow that makes it looks around, a little easier to breathe, for lack of a better saying.
You know, if it weren't that we were now standing in a shitty sewer system, I feel like I need to, slap you for that. But I would be lying if I told you that it hasn't felt nice to connect with someone during all of this. It's just I'm afraid that maybe you are seeing this with rose-tinted glasses and that you're seeing the good parts, and I'm not sure that they're there. I think that is a dangerous kind of fate to have.
I have plenty experience with the dangers of faith, as Ulara is literally talking to me right now.
Maybe she's talking about me.
She could be, but I feel for once that mine is actually well placed here. There's no rush. The whole world seems to be falling apart, and somehow we're still here, and preferably also up there. If this takes time, so be it. Besides, watching you figure all this out is kind of part of the reason I'm still alive. I mean, you did go from going about me being mortally injured to getting rid of the stone out my hand, so that was nice. Look, maybe we could go for a walk together the next time we're camping out rather than down here. Only if you want to, of course.
I didn't realize that you were aware of the mutation of, you dying nearly twice and the difference. But if Ashira could blush, I think she would be blushing, but she's red, so I don't really know how that works.
Yeah. It's still obvious. It's still obvious, yeah.
But, okay. Let's get all this over with. And then once we're out at camp again, I think I would like that.
You look so beautiful when you blush in the sewer light. As Zal touches the stone, to very much winding her up, very much teasing her, to kind of cut the tension a bit, and then presses the stone. I guess I'll do my wisdom save.
Yep.
That's a 19!
Nothing happens as you continue
Nice.
down. Can I have you roll another wisdom save, please? And this would be the last one.
Is this the last one? Yeah. That's a 7.
With a 7, you see a face for just a moment as the gate opens, as the grate opens up. You see a face of a dwarf. In his hand is a book. As he holds it up, and in the book's front page, on the leather-bound book that he holds, you see your stone.
Is there any writing on the book?
No writing, but you see a face of a dwarf. Just for a split second.
Zal steps back and almost falls into the sewer water.
Almost, or?
Almost, like he takes a step as though if he took another one, he would fall in.
Should be a deck save, shouldn't it?
What was the rules for that?
Let's. You know what? You've just done the last great, but I'm gonna have you roll the deck save, please.
Okay, I just want to ask, if it's above the grating thing, I will actually try and catch him, because I don't want him to get disintegrated.
Sure, if he fails the deck save here, which is a 10 or lower, he has a potential of falling into the water and will need rescuing.
I have a +5.
I will remind you
The 15.
Thank God.
I will remind you that
Silver
if you
barbs. No.
if you did fall in and you went into that water whirlpool at the bottom, which is not far from you now, that could have been very catastrophic for Zell's character. So I'm glad you didn't fail it. Cool. Yeah, with a 15 you succeed. As you guys enter you exit the grate basically, and as you do so, you see on your right hand side is a staircase that winds down. It appears to have a winding staircase of stone.
There was a dwarf. It had a book. My stone was in the book.
I didn't see anything at all.
Maybe it's the fumes getting to my head. I don't have the smelling salts. I don't feel so good, but there's a staircase here going up to the prison.
Ashira shoves the smelling salts into his face.
Sorry, going down to the prison. Sorry, going down.
I would prefer not to scrape you out of the graters, and that I just smell shit. Here you go.
Wow, those are really strong. Whew. Okay, well, I think we potentially have our way out and also in if we wanted it. I think we're going to use the main way in, but should we take a look to see where it connects to exactly in the prison?
Yeah, I think that would be helpful. Just before we tell them we have found a way in, it's not actually a way in or out.
True. It is an assumption at the moment.
So, do the two of you head down the staircase?
Yeah,
Yes.
Can we stealth down?
Sure. Let's have a stealth check from both of you. I will, for the sake of brevity, tell you what you see. It is 200 steps down. It's a long way down. Unfortunately, with Zell getting a 23, even with Ashira's nat 1, which still becomes an 8. The DC was a conjoined 30, so you guys succeed with a 31, right? Yeah, 31 overall.
Why is that unfortunate? You said
Stealth.
Unfortunately. We succeed.
Yeah, you guys make your way all the way down, and as you get to the
He wanted us
bottom,
to fail.
as you get to the bottom, you see what looks to be a door a wooden door with a iron bar across it from on your it's sort of like got an iron handle, like a circular iron handle, and an iron bar that goes across the door. It looks like a big heavy oak door. You can't see through it.
Can we... So it's barred from this side, did you say?
You can see it's a wooden door that has like a iron bar across it. It's not barred like locked. It's like to make it more sturdy.
But yeah.
Is there a keyhole or anything, or is it just like...
There is a keyhole.
Is there a door handle?
There is a keyhole.
Well, before, I could just want to see through the keyhole before I stick anything in there.
Ah, absolutely. Yeah. Let's have a
Okay,
perception check
look
from
through
you,
the keyhole.
please.
21.
You can see it's very dark in here. However, you can see what looks like flickering torchlight. And what appears to be a... You know what? Hold on. Let me have a quick look. You see what looks like torchlight, and it sort of bounces off the walls around you. And what looks to be a large metal cage. Like, imagine it's basically a large cube-sized cage which appears to have chains running up to it, and it appears to be hanging and swinging ever so slightly. The cage looks big enough to maybe house about 4 or 5 horses. It's huge.
I relay that information to Zell.
Can you see what's in the cage?
Can I?
It appears to be
With a
empty.
21? It appears to be empty.
Okay, so we just need to find the cage room tomorrow on our way out.
What do you want? Should we maybe open this door and maybe not go in, but at least open it so that we have easy access and don't get stuck on the way out?
Yeah, pick the lock and don't open the door.
Okay, I shall. Wait, before I try, just can I see, or at least like wiggle my key slightly? Just if the door is already open, I'm not going to try and
The door
unlock the
is
door.
locked. I will tell
Okay.
you also cannot hear anything from the other side with your 21. It doesn't appear like there is
Okay.
any sound coming from the other side. There's just the occasional sort of coming from the chains as it's swinging slightly, this cage.
I mean, I would have. I'm just saying I can unlock this door probably, but maybe you can just touch it with your stone and. Just in case it goes magic kaboom again, you know?
But I don't like the so many things could go wrong using the stone here.
Okay,
We
this
saw
is
it- we
fine.
saw it
I
with-
will.
But-
Sure.
I believe in you. You've got this. You are the best lockpick that I know, and you'll be totally fine and take my last bardic.
Perfect.
I'm the only lockpick that you know, right?
Well, yeah, but still the best.
All right. Let's have you
Here we
roll
go.
a thieves' tools for me, please.
I can use a. What is it called? Let me see what it's called. I have a ability now that lets me add a d6 to anything
Okay.
that I'm proficient with, basically.
Okay.
Including my tool sets.
You are proficient with thieves'
Um,
tools.
So I have 2 d6s
Yep.
to add to this,
Go and roll for me, please.
which is a 12.
See max rolls.
So a 26.
The DC was
I'm
20.
sorry.
So you only needed to get a total of 6 there. So the DC was 20. But with the 26, it clicks, it clunks, and the lock opens. The door is open. It doesn't
Okay.
move. It's still heavy. You feel like if you pushed it, it would open. It opens inwards, or outwards from you, into the
Yeah,
prison.
I have to push it.
But you now know it's open.
Okay. Do we
Okay,
leave it there? It's open.
I think we leave it here.
Okay, fine.
We could ask the guards what the guards who are helping us get in what the chain room might be and where it could be.
Yeah. Okay. Well, good work. She.
Very
High
quietly.
fives.
Shh. Very quietly. High five.
Perfect. Yes.
That's the perfect of the 8 and the 23. It's like you go to high five loudly and Zell just quietly goes, shh, and just taps it.
Perfect. As the two of you successfully unlock the door, do you head back up?
Yeah.
I'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys head back up. You make your way back to the tavern where everybody is.
Or-
Maybe. Yep.
For a little bit of brevity, Max, we've discussed this out of session. Can I spend, call it 10, 15 minutes? I let Ashira head back. I go to the market and buy those 2 things we discussed.
You can, if you'd like to do that now.
Yeah, I'll do that now just to get out of the way.
Perfect. You make your way into the market. It's quite lively. There's quite a few people selling things. There's one person that you see who sells you. Do you want to do this in session? Or do you want to do this? I'll say that you buy what you're looking for. You buy what you're looking for.
Anyway, and I pay
You
for them
pay
already,
for
so-
them, and you head back with these items that you've purchased, and you head back to the tavern where you meet everyone else. I will say those who go at the library who've been away for a long period, you've learned a lot. You've got lots of different things. The last 3 of you who are there, Diego, Elirr, Mirabelle, do you head back to the tavern? Is there anything you do before you leave the library?
I feel like we'd probably be back already if they're coming
Yeah.
back, right? Because they travelled all the way across,
They-
then did everything down
They
there.
did, yes.
So yeah, no, I think we did what we did. I'd pay for a wagon. What was it? 5 silver? Was
Yes. Yep,
It?
that
I'd
is
pay
the
for a
going rate.
wagon for us to get there.
Yep, Elirr?
I mean, as we convene before we leave, I would obviously share what I found.
Very nice. Yeah, you guys all cross.
Kind of ask the rest if there's any things that
Yeah.
stuck out, so to speak.
On,
Perfect.
on the wagon ride back, yeah, we'll all
share information.
convene what we found. Yeah.
Perfect. Very nice. Thank you for bringing that up because I was going to use it against you later. So well done. Yes, you all share this information. You now know, Elirr, that Thoric's Lost Forge seems to be mentioned as being within the vault of the forge itself, as that has come across the multiple different readings that you guys have had. You guys make your way back and you find yourself sat at the tavern. Once again, the night is coming on. You know that it's lively. The two dwarven guards are there. They've got quite a few empty tankards on their table, and one of them's looking a bit sort of lost. It's Carlo. He's there going on the edge of the table, while you can see Tig is there, sort of still stoic as ever. I will ask you guys now, do we want to close it here, this session, or would you guys like to begin with what happens on your evening plan? Let me know.
I think we just ended here. I mean, we're gonna start up sleeping.
You're happy to begin next session?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have not got time to sleep.
You haven't got time to sleep, but you...
Well,
We've not got time to
I've been
sleep.
sleeping. I've been sleeping. We've been back for a while now.
You two only need
I'm
4
good.
hours, so I think you two are
Yeah.
fine.
I'm definitely slept.
We had
Okay.
to wait for the rest to come in, and definitely would have
Yeah.
slept.
It's still... You've got maybe 2 or 3 hours before you'd need to... Before midnight, rather. So you've got... It's night
Take
time.
a short rest.
You could do
I've
a
been
short
taking
rest.
a long rest.
Okay. I'll short rest.
Cool. So you all get the
Yeah,
benefits of a
yeah.
short rest.
Elirr would also short rest, but while doing it, kind of like
Apart
want
from...
to look at his book. But yeah,
Perfect. Apart from
But-
those, which was Sylas and Judge, who arrived with a long rest, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect. Cool. It's just the two of you. All right. And that is where we're going to call tonight's session before you guys head on to the prison next session. It gives you some time to talk between sessions, maybe have a think about what your character might decide to do next session and what you guys are going to do. You've now known that the sewers has a way down to what appears to be the deep cells entrance. You're not sure. You've investigated the jail cells, or the prison floor appears to have something going on with it. The red hooded cultists have apparently been down there, according to Sylas. And you guys have learned a lot about Lava Mantle, the Keepers of Balance, and the Vault of the Forge. What will happen next? Let's see in the next episode. Until then, thank you for watching, thank you for playing, and until next time, bye-bye.